The New England Patriots front office is Oprah out here giving everybody a contract and giving them the max dollar. But hey, that's what you got to do when the Patriots roster was damn near the worst in the 2024 NFL season. You have to build from the ground up. You have your starting quarterback in the future of your franchise in Drake May. You now have an established head coach in the NFL in Mike Vrabel. Now you need to give him weapons. And boy, oh boy, have the Patriots done that. In the first few hours of legal tampering, free agency technically hasn't even kicked off, nor will it until 4 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. But Mike Vrabel said, screw it, give me the checkbook. I'm signing them off, and I'm shipping them out, and we're going to bulk up this defense. We're going to bulk up this offense, and we're going to bring back the Patriot way to New England. I have not been this fired up. I have not been this fired up on the Patriots roster. I don't know since when. So welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I told my bosses, look, these videos are great. Everything's going well. A lot of comments, a lot of likes. But I got to go live. I got to hear what the Patriots fans are saying. I got producer Alburn here, diehard Patriots fan in here with me. We're going to talk ball. And hopefully the Patriots make another signing. Because what they've done so far is perfection. Perfection. On the defensive side. Still need to upgrade a little bit on the offense. Harold Landry kicked off our signings yesterday. 3-year, $43.5 million deal. You're probably thinking, Allie, that's a hefty payday. It's worth it. The dude's healthy. He's 28 years old. He's an absolute headhunter with 9 sacks last year. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with on that edge. Austin Hooper, one of my favorite blocking tight ends in the NFL right now. I think he's paired perfectly with Hunter Henry. Robert Spillane. The dude was the only bright spot in a very crappy Raiders roster, aside from Max Crosby. Robert Spillane is a menace. His burst through the line is incredible. I'm very excited to see him paired in the linebacker room with Landry. Carlton Davis III is now officially my second favorite signing so far in legal tampering because I think he is a stellar cornerback for a very good defense in the Detroit Lions, who had the most interceptions in the NFL this year. So I'm excited to see what Carlton Davis can do by himself, but more importantly, paired with Christian Gonzalez in the backfield. Not to mention, one of the best signings of the day is not Morgan Moses. It is Milton Williams. He becomes the highest paid Patriot player ever at $26 million a year. 4 years, 104 beans is what Milton Williams is going to get, and it's worth it. I don't want to hear one single person in this comment section saying, Allie, he's overpaid. Obviously, he's overpaid. You have to overpay to get the best. And what else the Patriots going to do with $130 million in cap space? Wipe their tears after their losses? No. You throw $26 million a year at Milton Williams. Devon Godchaux got traded earlier today. Who cares? Who cares? I forgot about that because now we had the defensive tackle of my dreams, Super Bowl champion, Milton Williams. And we signed Morgan Moses as well. What's going on, everybody? 350 people watching in here. I got all the Boston Loyals going crazy in the chat right now. I need you guys to go crazy on that thumbs up button for me. Hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Connor McKay saying, let's effing go. Double S, Michelle, Adam, Will, Nicholas, Dominique, Hayden, Dale, Boston, Bob, Taryn is in here. Mark does stuff. I love that you do stuff, dude. That's awesome. Will Larkin. I got Sailor in here. Nicholas, Oregon Lover, Haven, Cooper Jacobs, X Productions, Chase Warren. Yes, finally spending money. Eliot Wolf is probably shaking as he's writing these checks out, but it's going to be worth it, my guy. It's going to be worth it. Celtics fans, Brandon Bass, Taryn, Shock Universe, Mr. Oopsie, Ed Henry, Pedro, Will Larkin. The list goes on and on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here. If you guys are excited for this 2025 NFL free agency, if you're excited that the Patriots are actually doing stuff to make their roster better. I mean, what? The Raiders have the second best salary cap in the NFL right now, I think, if not a top 5. I haven't seen really any great moves from the Raiders here so far. I'm just glad the Patriots are looking at us in the mirror and saying, we suck. Let's sign that guy. Let's sign that guy. It's like freaking Oprah. You get a deal. You get a deal. Everybody gets a deal. Dude, I need a fan in here. Holy cow.
It is very hot.
I don't know why everybody decided to take the fans out of the hottest studio in here. I don't know why everybody took the fans out of the studio where the Patriots are the hottest team in the NFL in free agency right now. Boston Bob getting us started on the Super Chats. $20 coming in from my literal A1 Day 1. Thanks for great content, Allie. You are the best. Hey, Bob. You're the best. I've also had a very big cold brew. Just cracked open a Diet Dr. Pepper for lunch, so energy's high in the building. Skit is coming in with a $1 super chat in here as well. Boston Bob with a $20 super chat. Yes, we do have a super chat menu. Yes, Felicia is with us in our presence. And yes, we're going to crack open some beers because, I mean, this is a celebratory day, is it not? Is it not? I mean, if they could literally put the cherry on top and sign, like trade for like Cooper Kupp or sign somebody like, did Darius Slayton get signed?
Darius Slay to the Steelers.
Slayton.
It's Darius Slayton. I thought you said Darius Slay.
Slayton.
Darius Slayton, the wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Is not signed.
Not signed, yeah. I'd be good with a Slayton
a
or like a Joshua Palmer or somebody. Trade for a little Jacoby Myers, you know what I'm saying? Let's get some wide receivers in this joint. Pedro, Allie, because you made last season so much better. I love tuning into you on game day. Pedro, you're great. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate that. Well, if you guys are here during live shows for our horrific football games, then you remember Felicia very, very well. Tell you what, beer bongs right now are going to be $50 because Boston Bob kicked this off with a $20 super chat. I think this is just for Carlton Davis. What is this? This is watermelon. Let's smell it. Morgan Moses. This is for Robert Spillane, Harold Landry, Austin Hooper, and most importantly, Milton Williams. Welcome to the New England Patriots. Enjoy that fat payday. Alper, let's go.
There we go. Oh, that's going down smooth. All right, keep going. There we go. For the Patriots actually making moves for once. There we go.
Yes. This is so much fun. This is the most fun I've had since week 1. before kickoff and everything. This was just as much excitement as I possibly had. Adam Keach. Actually, give me week 6 when Drake May started. Nobody wanted to watch Jacoby Brissett for 5 weeks.
No chance.
Adam Keach with a $2 super chat. Let's effing go. Vrabel spinning that loot. Give me the loot. Boston Bob. Josh Palmer to the Bills? Or somebody just hopes that happens? Dude, there are so many. Fudge! 1 minute ago! Josh Palmer to the Bills. Whatever, dude. You're lost.
All right.
It's a lot colder in Buffalo than it is New England. I don't actually know that. But
3 years, $36 million for Josh Palmer.
Dang, Josh Palmer to the Bills. Whatever. We got Milton Williams. We'll sack Josh Allen. Who cares? Will Larkin saying, pray for Kupp, everybody. Pray for Kupp. Redhausen, nothing yet here on a competent wide receiver. Keep in mind, Hunter and McMillan are still in the NFL draft. We can still trade for Jacoby Myers, for a Cooper Kupp. Those are still on the board as well. But unfortunately, the list of wide receivers in free agency is getting very, very thin. I would now probably put my eggs in Darius Slayton's basket if I had to pick the most competent wide receiver, but Slayton obviously can't be your only option at pass catching this year. So You can still draft Travis Hunter if he's available. You can still try to get Teteroa McMillan. You can also try to get a steal in the 3rd round like an Xavier Restrepo or a Savion Williams. So there is definitely time to still bulk up our passing core. Don't get it wrong, but hey, it looks like Vrabel's taking care of the defense here. Adam Keach coming in as well. And Legato Studios is coming in. Been refreshing the channel since Milton Williams signing. We have a top 10 defense already. Thank you for the fast and high quality insight. Hey, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your subscribe. And thank you for your support. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. Not because of the notification that Devon Gottschall got traded, because my cat my automatic cat feeder did not adjust the time change. So I was alerted by a screaming cat. But shout out to Luna, because that did lead me to the Devon Gottschall trade. So I put that video out bright and early this morning. Yes, it took me a couple of attempts to record because I had a foggy brain. So now I am pumped with caffeine, and I'm glad I did so because the Patriots are making hellacious moves right now, and I'm absolutely here for it. Alper, who is a player that has not been signed that it is on your Patriots wish list right now?
I mean, my entire wish list. This is what I came down. I was talking with a lot of my boys about what the Patriots were going to do because they were like, "Oh, you got
I'm your boy. He means me. It's fine.
Yeah. 120 million in cap space." I said, "All right, when Harold Landry gets cut, you better sign him. You better sign him." It was writing on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But I also said, throw $30 million at Chris Godwin. And they did. And he said, you know what? I'm going to take the pay cut and to stay with Tampa Bay. And that really...
Boo!
So I just... what wide receiver could the Patriots still get? I don't really like Darius Slayton. I've watched him with the Giants.
That's fair.
It's not really that impressive. Who else could you go out and
But
get?
is it because of the environment that he's not impressive? Because he had Daniel Jones and because he had a crappy offensive line? I mean, there are factors to it for sure that we do have to take into account. But I agree. It's not like Darius Slayton is over here, second coming of an all-pro player. It's just right now, in terms of fits, I think Slayton is probably the best guarantee. But I'm on the same page as Alper here. It's not, I'm not begging and pleading on my knees for Slayton to be a Patriot, but I do want to take what's best available. And right now, when I'm looking at the top free agents that are available, Stephon Diggs is still out there, but the latest report from what reporters are hearing from the NFL Combine, Diggs is not really a player they want to be interested in. Now, that could change because of the nature of how this free agency has played out. Keenan Allen, he's 33. Amari Cooper, he's 30. Brandon Cooks, he's 31. Deontay Johnson, no.
Please, God, no.
Tyler Lockett is a pretty interesting prospect, though. He'll be 33 this season. In year 10, I think that'd be a pretty interesting pickup if the Patriots decided to sign him. You still have D-Hop. You go down the list. Darius Slayton. KJ Osborne, I remember him. And then, the list goes on and on. I mean, you get all the way down to Tyler Boyd and Chris Conley and Jamison Crowder. So, Josh Palmer is still there at 25 years old. Very, very cheap option, which could just be more of a depth piece, not so much your wide receiver one. But then you pair it on with a Travis Hunter, a Teteroa McMillan, or maybe a Cooper Kupp, or possibly Brandon Ayuk. He is still also out there for a possible trade from the 49ers as well. So, don't give up on that just yet. All right, let's see if we have any more super chats coming in. Nope, looks like that is about it. I agree. I do want Cam Robinson to be our left tackle. I think that's the best choice right now. Dan Moore is with the Steelers. I haven't really enjoyed Cam Robinson with the Vikings in the last half of the season. I thought he did better in Jacksonville, and that's not, that's not saying much. Robinson obviously is nowhere near a Stanley, but he's a hell of a lot better than a Verdarian Lowe. So, yeah, I think that it's one of those things of the same with Morgan Moses, and I don't know if Alper agrees with me here, but Morgan Moses, who is ancient, and he's 34 years old. You signed him to a horrible 3-year deal, which that doesn't make any sense to me, but that's fine. He's tough as nails. He's very experienced. He's a good right tackle. He's taken 12 snaps his entire career at the left side. Took over 700 snaps at the right tackle position in 2024 alone. So that's a solidified right tackle. But it's not blockbuster. I mean, it's not going to push the needle for me, but it is better than DeMontre Jacobs. So because the Patriots were so bad, you're kind of looking at it at the bottom of the totem pole, and I would say Morgan Moses is about 2 spots up. Same thing with Cam Robinson. It's an improvement, but it's probably not the sexiest signing in the world. I don't know if you feel the same way about Moses, but it's an improvement.
It's an improvement, and that's really all that matters. I mean, let me try to do the quick math here. $8 million a year at 34 years old.
Jeez.
I mean, in 3 years, in his last year of his contract, he's going to be 37.
He ain't making it at 37.
No. But you bring in veteran leadership. I don't mind it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it.
I
needed to update the offensive line.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't about to watch DeMontre Jacobs for another season. I know that. That's a damn sure. Absolutely not. That man had more penalties than he did blocks, and I can't do with that again. So that's why I do think Morgan Moses ended up being a pretty good signing. I had initially recommended Jedrick Wills, and I got some pushback on that, but when you look at a guy like Wills who is struggling as a left tackle, his primary position throughout college at Alabama, where he allowed 1 sack in 3 seasons in the SEC, is at right tackle. I thought that would have been a pretty good move there, but they just wanted to go with an established guy. So that's where Moses ends up at that right position. But obviously, the move of the day is on the defense. And I'm actually not surprised at all that Mike Vrabel has taken day one of legal tampering to bulk up this defense to hopefully get us back to a top 10. Vrabel, obviously a defensive-minded head coach. From day one, he says we want good locker room guys. We want good men on our team. And we want aggressors. We want absolute play until the whistle type of aggressive players. And so far, that's exactly what he's done. He's gotten 2 incredible linebackers, 1 incredible linebacker, 1 aggressive linebacker in Robert Spillane. And then same thing with Milton Williams. I was upset because Devon Godchaux, when he requested a trade, you had to give it to him because we saw what happened last year. He wanted an extension. He held out. It was drama, and it was annoying as hell. You needed to get rid of Godchaux if he wanted to go. It's exactly what they did. They got back a 7th round in 2026.
Just throw him to with the Saints.
They were like, screw it.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm not even going to negotiate. Go on. And look, the best to Godchaux, he's from Louisiana. He played at LSU, hometown kid. He's getting to live out his dream, and that's great. Playing for the Saints now. But initially, I'm like, really? You couldn't even get a 6th round pick in 2026. You had to go for a 7th. But now getting Milton Williams, this was their plan all along. They didn't give a shit what they got back for Devon Godchaux. No. They're like, get out of here, clear up the space, because we're ready to offer the highest paid player in Patriots history at 26 buckaroos a year in Milton Williams. So it ended up playing out absolutely perfectly.
They were being super aggressive. Like, I think I tweeted it out, and this was right before everything happened. I tweeted out, I don't know if you guys could see, I tweeted out that picture. The little stick.
Do something.
Can you guys do
Come
something?
on.
And out of nowhere, bang, 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 bang.
Dude.
And the Patriots' problem, we saw that their defense was terrible. And the specific game that sticks out to me the most was the Jags game overseas.
I was about to say the Jaguars.
Like, it would
terrible.
They would just rush the ball over and over and over, and I'm like, what are we doing here? So they obviously took it into consideration. Yeah, you signed Carlton Davis, who's a great corner to put on the opposite of Gonzo, but adding Robert Spillane and specifically Milton Williams, good luck. Good luck.
I was about to say your 3-4 front, 10 times better. Your secondary, 10 times better. I would like to see another addition to the safety room. Not a priority at all in the draft, possibly, just because of Kyle Duggar's injury. He had ankle surgery, and Jabril Peppers also getting up there in age. I think it'd be nice to start looking forward to the future, but safety room, nonetheless, I mean, those are two captains. Duggar and Jabril Peppers are two captains, so I'm really not worried about it, but that would be another cherry on top. And I'm glad about the Hooper and the Morgan Moses signings on offense, but right now, I am giving the defense an A.
Yes.
A solid A. I'm going to give it an A. I was studying if I wanted to go a plus or a minus. A solid A in free agency so far, and I'm going to give the offense a C minus, maybe D plus. It's an improvement, but is this going to help Drake May indefinitely? No.
You still need weapons.
You still need a freaking pass catcher, for the love of God. Are we going to rely on our tight end to take us to the promised land again this year? No. You still need somebody to protect his blind side. You're not even sure who your starting center is. Your running back situation is complete chaos because what we did see was that Antonio Gibson proved to be the better back in the scheme that Alex Van Pelt had. Ramondre Stevenson really struggled last year, but Gibson's not a running back one. He's not. He's a designed backup. So you still have a lot of holes to fix on the offense that you're settling for right now. So I need to see more. I'm good on the defense. If we had anybody more on the defense, this party is just gonna get crazier. But we gotta add more people on the offense. The good news is this is day one. I don't know how much cap space we have left because it's not as easy as like taking their salaries and minusing $127 million. It's the guaranteed, it's the bonuses, it's the signings. So I'm not exactly sure how much money the Patriots still have in the cap space. I can see if I can find it or Alper can find it.
I was trying to look, and I have no idea.
Yeah, right. Almost 600 people watching here, but only 118 likes. I've got to get to at least 200. So go on ahead, hit that like button for me if you guys haven't already.
It's easy. Come on, guys.
Oh, it's like taking off your shoes when you walk into a friend's house. It's common courtesy. You're
courtesy.
Already in the video. Just hit that thumbs up button.
It's right below. Like right below the picture. You can see the little thumbs up icon.
All right. Boston Bob sent in a $20 super chat a while back. So we do have a wheel for our live show today. Every time you guys send in a $20 super chat, we are going to spin the wheel. Do you know how to fix that black screen?
I do not.
So go to the input button. It's
Gotcha.
Input bucket. And actually click this black box here. And then click the settings button.
Gotcha.
And then you should be able to pick the input under the settings button.
I see it. Okay.
And then try and fit it to desktop, if that's an option.
The desktop is, both of them are black.
Okay.
So this is great.
Maybe keep trying it around here. Double S, Beans is the official Patriots Today mascot now. No kidding, man. Beans is she's an attention seeker. She has never met a stranger. Everybody is friends to her. So I was recording a video yesterday, obviously, of the, I think it was a Harold Landry, and Beans just likes to walk all in front of me, walk all over me. She likes to climb on my back, so I'm very glad that didn't happen in the video. But yeah, no, if you've seen my at-home videos, you've seen Beans. Luna's camera shy. She's all white. Beans is all black, so I have a nice like yin and yang kitties, but no, they're great. All right, Parrish, we should be all in on Travis Hunter now. Dale, Haven, Boston Bob, Michael Lynch, Chris White. Grayley is in here as well. Chex wants Javon Holland. Did Javon Holland sign somewhere? I'm not sure if Javon Holland has signed or not. Let me double check. No, I have not seen anything on Javon Holland, but he might be too expensive. Hey, look at Alper. Look at Alper. Oh, 3 minutes ago, per Mark Daniels, the Patriots are one of several teams interested in versatile offensive line Patrick McCarry. The 27-year-old has played all 5 positions along the offensive line and would be an instant upgrade. Yes, Patrick McCarry would be a significant upgrade, especially if you were to sign a guy or draft a guy like a Will Campbell, who's also a little more versatile on that left side. He's listed as an offensive tackle, but he can also play left guard. So if you were to sign a guy like Patrick McCarry, put him at the left tackle position, put Will Campbell on the interior, put David Andrews back at center, Mike Winter at right guard, and Morgan Moses at right tackle, boom, you just got a pretty decent offensive line. I'm not going to say great, but pretty decent. I'm not going to, it's not bad. I like it.
before we push this over, you did not take it off of the wheel.
Ah! Don't do that.
I don't know. We want
Don't
to do
that. No. Thank you. Let me take that off here real quick. That should be a okay.
I like to have a little fun, but
That's no, I'm gonna throw up is what I would do. All right, I'm gonna resend this over to you.
Cool.
Every time I get a notification, I get more and more giddy because I know it's actually a possibility that the Patriots are making more moves. So that's what's been so fun here today.
It's been driving me also crazy because it's been wild. It's been a dumpster file.
Shit! Patrick McCarry just signed with the Jags.
And Twitter's been down all day.
I know, Twitter. What a bet. Elon Musk needs to figure something out, bro, because that's crazy. Oh, man, I just got my hopes up, and he signed with the Jags? What a crappy signing. I don't like that at all.
Like that.
But the Patriots were among suitors for Patrick, so they're still trying. They are still trying to get more offensive upgrades, so do not rule them out just yet. All right, $20 Super Chat does get us a wheel spin, courtesy of Boston Bob. If you guys want us to spin the wheel, send in a $20 Super Chat, and we can get this thing going. What's up, Beast Mode? How you been? Y'all got a quarterback yet? Anyways. No shit. All right, spin that wheel, Mr. Alper. Let's see what I owe. A Twitter follow. I like it. Spam me in the comment section down below, and I will follow you back on Twitter. If I haven't already, you follow me, I follow you. That's how it goes. Boston Bob, Haven, Gnarly, Michelle, Breezy, Legato in the chat. Keep spamming that me. I'll give you guys a minute. How about that?
There we go.
I'll give you guys a minute. How about that? I think we have some questions we can ask the audience here. Particularly the Patriots will sign blank in free agency. Or name your top 2025 free agent target. That wouldn't be bad. So Shadow saying Milton Williams, 4-year, $104 million, $63 million guaranteed. Good signing, but worth that much. Overall, no. Point blank, no. But because of the situation the Patriots are in, they have already, unfortunately, lost to the Buccaneers and trying to sign away Chris Godwin, who they had offered him the amount of money that he wanted. They've already missed out on a couple of players in the last 2 seasons, even though they offered him a lot of money. What you needed to do with a player like Milton Williams, who had a lot going for him as a Super Bowl champion, is to literally bet him off the pot, essentially, in poker. You have to give him the best hand. And that's what the Patriots did. Now, it's his responsibility to play up to his money, or else that can just cause a lot of commotion in the Patriots front office. But obviously, you overpaid the shit out of the defensive tackle. That's what the Patriots have $127 million for.
You're just going to let it sit there and rot?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to. I'd rather overpay for a player like Milton Williams than not sign anybody at all. I think it's definitely worth it. But yes, 110%. It is completely overpaid. All right, let me go ahead and pick a person to follow back on Twitter. Will Larkin. Will Larkin, drop your @ in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, I would highly suggest doing so this week. If you guys want to unfollow me next week, totally fine. It is what it is. I won't hold it against you. But I am posting all of the contract updates, all of the signings on my Twitter, even before I am able to make a video on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. So be sure to follow me on X. This way you guys can get the latest updates from the Patriots as soon as they come out. All right, whenever you hit that follow on me, Will Larkin, I will follow you back, or you can drop your name in here as well and just get some free clout for yourself.
There you go.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Sebastian Joseph Day resigns with the Titans. All right, who is your top 2025 NFL free agent target? Miggy is in here. Just tuning in. How are we feeling, Pats Nation? Feeling all right, all right, all right. Oh. Boston Bob, CJ Lynch saying Myers or D-Hop. Myers is not a free agent. He is currently signed under contract with the Raiders, so that would unfortunately have to be a trade. Dominique saying Will Fries. Michael Lynch saying Pats Nation, let's ride. That blue slime with Cam Robinson. Considering that we just heard the Patriots were high suitors for Patrick McCarry, I would not be surprised if we found out about if we sign an offensive tackle today, like a Cam Robinson. I really wouldn't be surprised. A.J. Brown is not a free agent. A.J. Brown is currently under contract for the Philadelphia Eagles. A pretty hefty contract, I might add as well. Cam Robinson. Kevin wants to get rid of David Andrews. I think you were saying that too, Alper.
I just think he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
It's kind of
in injuries too. He says he wants to play one more year. Obviously, because if that was his retirement season, he deserves more than that, than a 4-game and a season-ending injury, obviously. But he did say he plans on playing this year. He wants to go through OTAs. He wants to go through training camp. And if ultimately he and the front office decide this isn't the right move moving forward, then he will retire. But I kind of like that he's trying, but...
I mean, I will say, we say he's getting up there in age.
But then you give 3 years to Morgan Moses.
He's 2 years
Hypocrites, all of you, for saying he's too old.
He's 32 years old.
Dude, Morgan Moses, my God.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I wanted to go, like, we've been talking about, who do the Patriots take at 4?
Who do the Patriots take at 4? That's a really good question.
I say trade down and take an offensive lineman.
You're actually able to make that a weigh-in if you do want to create that one. Yeah, with the current, this is gonna sound crazy, but if Travis Hunter's gone, right?
Yeah.
Let's do a little mock draft here. Cam Ward goes number 1.
But you don't have Travis Hunter playing corner now when you sign Carlton Davis.
Here's my mock draft. This is Allie's mock draft right now. Tennessee Titans with the number 1 pick overall, they take quarterback Cam Ward. Cleveland Browns take number 2 overall Travis Hunter. New York Giants number 3 take quarterback Shedeur Sanders. The New England Patriots at pick number 4 takes Abdul Carter.
I'd take it.
I'd still take it.
I'd take it in a heartbeat.
Abdul Carter, Keon White, and Harold Landry? Get the fuck out of here. Holy cow. You wouldn't need an offensive line because the Patriots defense wouldn't allow a touchdown. Are you kidding me? No, but I don't know, man. Now that you have White and you have Landry, do you use number 4 for a guy like Will Campbell? Or for a guy like Teteroa McMillan, Mason Graham, even because of Christian Barmore's status up in the air? That's kind of tough. I think you still go best available. I think Abdul Carter is still a good pick, obviously. But that does get a little bit spicier for the draft moving up here. Steam NFL coming in with a $2 super chat. Hi, Allie. We need a wide receiver. Who? Also, who can we sign? So there are a plethora of wide receivers that you can sign right now. Excuse me. And I'll just go down the list here. Not all of these are going to be feasible with contracts, and also just from recent reports that the Patriots just flat out not being interested in players like Stephon Diggs and Keenan Allen, people like that. But I would keep an eye out for Joshua Palmer, who just signed with the Bills. Excuse me. I would keep an eye out for Darius Slayton. Who else in the wide receiver core? I'm trying to get up the remaining ones. I don't want to say a name. DeAndre Hopkins is a name that I probably wouldn't rule out.
Amari Cooper, who was reportedly not on the Patriots list of intended targets. But once again, now that the list has gotten pretty condensed, I would be surprised that they'd be in a position to pass up a guy like an Amari Cooper. Why is this not loading?
I have a bunch of them on.
Yeah, you go ahead. Mine's not loading.
Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, Deontay Johnson, Keenan Allen, Darius Slayton, Elijah Moore. I don't think he's signed anywhere.
I don't know.
Mike Williams. I do like this next one, Tyler Lockett.
I think that's actually a pretty sneaky good move for the Patriots. because he was just recently cut in the over the weekend, I think.
Yes, he was cut. He was cut, and then 20 minutes later, DK Metcalf requested a trade.
And then that just overtook his moment to shine. So I think everybody's been so focused on DK that, like, not a lot of analysts have talked about that Tyler Lockett is still a very good, sneaky wide receiver, especially if you were to pair a Cooper Kupp and a Tyler Lockett. That's actually not a bad duo right there. I don't hate it. It's not my favorite, but you got to take what you can get right now.
5'10", I mean, he could probably teach Pop Douglas a little things.
Pop Douglas is like 5'6". If his roster says 5'8", you know he's like 5'7", 5'6". Like, I'm 5'7", and I probably would like Pop Douglas in the eye.
I'm 5'10", and I think I'm taller than a lot of wide receivers.
What's your hinge profile say?
5'10". I don't lie. I don't lie. What's the point of me saying I'm 6 foot when I'm not 6 foot? Then I go.
I find that hard to believe. No 5'10" guy has 6 foot on their has 5'10" on their hinge profile, has 5'10" on their football roster. No, I am dating a 5'10" D3 football player, and his roster height always said 6 feet. I'm just saying. There's always a little give. There's always a little give there.
Well, when I'm wearing shoes, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, shoes do count. I'm not exactly sure how much money the Patriots do still have in free agency. I'm trying to see if maybe Spotrac or somebody has it.
I'm looking at Spotrac. It doesn't look like they've
updated it.
There's got to be someone on Twitter. Like, you're telling me Taylor Kyles isn't just on Twitter. Like, here's the updated cap space.
Patriots cap space. Let me see if I can find that too. Because it's not as simple as just taking the deals and subtracting that from their overall amount. I have not seen any official number here on the amount of cap space that they have, but I would assume it's still somewhere in the $50 million range. That is just my assumption. Oh, excuse me. Even somebody else tweeted that a rough calculation is about $76 million in cap space, but I don't know how rough of a calculation that is. And I don't even know if I actually trust that source, so you have to just kind of keep working here. So, no, if I do find a legit number, I will let you guys know. But right now, it is very tough to tell. Aaron Frazier coming in here with a $2 super chat. Him and Barmore are a great duo. We talking about Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. A healthy Barmore, absolutely. We just don't know what that blood clot situation is going to look like for Barmore moving forward, which is the really unfortunate part for Barmore right now at this stage of his career. I mean, 25 years old. He gets diagnosed with blood clots. They don't seem to go away. Do you mind popping out of here and finding a fan or something? Is there not a fan in here? Because I genuinely feel like I'm about to have a heat stroke. Goodness.
I got it. Hold it down.
Appreciate it. Esteem NFL, I don't think we have way more than $121 million in cap space left because we only had $127 million to start, and we've signed about 5 players since then, maybe 6 players since then. So, no, I would definitely, I'm going to guess $70 million and under is where the Patriots are sitting right now in cap space, which is still plenty of money to go around. The Dolphins had $30 million to spend overall. You see what I mean? We still have plenty more to go. And we have a top 5 draft pick. What are we doing? Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Strange. Pissed they missed out on Makari. Williams is the best signing. All defensive signings were great and personally love the Robert Spillane upgrade. He'll be the best of their shitty linebackers. Yeah, I do like, I'm going to be fully real here. I haven't seen Robert Spillane highlights through and through. I've seen the clips of him and stuff, but, I wasn't watching the Raiders last year. So I'm really intrigued to see more of Robert Spillane. I've heard great things. I think his statistics speak for himself. He's the leading tackler on the Raiders defense last year. So I am very excited about that that signee, but I'm not going to act like something I'm not. And I don't know his highlights through and through. So I am more than welcome to hear more from an opinionated Robert Spillane fan. But I like the signing a lot, and I think it's going to be a good pairing with Harold Landry. And now that defensive tackle and Milton Williams as well. I think our run defense just got a hell of a lot better. Felicia. Oh, Alper's back with the fan. I think right here. Yeah, there's a spot right here on this thing. Hufanga to Denver was a good pickup. JC Starhawk is in here. What's up, my man? Oh. Never mind. That was already established. But now it's official. I feel like we're about to get a big move. I like this. All right, before we hop into anything more here on this live show, I do want to go on ahead and talk a little bit more in depth about the Milton Williams signing. I think this is the sign of the day for any team. Well, there's been some quarterbacks out there. Defensive signing, if you will. So I'm going to go on ahead and hop into that. We're going to do our first cut here on Milton Williams. Obviously, if the Patriots do sign anybody else, we're going to talk about that here on the show. But go on ahead. Please hit that like button for me. Help us get to 300 likes on this stream. We have 800 people watching. Feel free to super chat your comments. Feel free to comment down below. Hit that sub button as well. There is still plenty more to discuss here on the Patriots free agency. But I feel like we haven't really given Milton Williams the time that he deserves here on this show. So we're going to go on ahead and break that down here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Listen to Boston Bob. Bob, you got to run this chat while I am doing this stream. Make sure you like the video, you hit that sub button, and we keep giving the love to these newest New England Patriots on this channel. I got Brett Alper in here doing a couple of behind-the-scene things here, and then we'll be ready to go. Also, a video did just go out on my reaction of Morgan Moses' signing. That is now officially up on the channel as well, if you guys do want to go ahead and check that out. A $5 super chat coming in from Eric, a first-time super chatter as well. Eric, first thing I'm doing when we hop out of this cut is we are celebrating you and that $5 super chat. I really, really appreciate that, my guy. Following Eric's footsteps, and let's be sure to keep super chatting and supporting this channel. All right, my dear producer, Alper, are we ready to go? Thank God, because I'm actually not even ready, so I think that that's better for both of us here. That's better for both of us. If you guys want the Patriots to sign it, somebody on offense, hit that like button for me if you guys haven't already. Oh, look at that. I see Kevin Galvin's already out there commenting on my other video of Morgan and Moses. Get rid of David Andrews. He's so rusty now. He should retire. That's a hot opinion. Hot opinion. All right. Is that, take that S, make it lowercase, and then just hit the backspace button. Put Williams and signing as one word, and then press space in between the two, and that should cut that line break in half. Take that signing, make it lowercase. Now put Williams signing as one word. Take out the space in between those two words, and that should take out the line break. Did it do it? Yeah, now make that space. We're about to cut, we're literally about to do the Milton Williams cut. So if Jack wants to get that highlight cut. Okay. We don't necessarily need a live cut on this because Morgan Moses just went out 10 minutes ago. If you have help out there, will you put somebody on the highlight cut and to schedule it for 3:30? If not, I will schedule it after the live show's done. Okay. Oh, yeah, that looks right. Well, no, actually, Milton Williams. He's not really a nose tackle. Just read only that and put it as D tackle. I'm not exactly sure how that 3 front is going to look. Yeah. So just put D tackle. I don't want to list him as a nose guard if he's not technically a nose guard. Yeah. All right. Final touches here on this video, and then we're going to hop in here. Perfect. Perfect. Here is this video as well for Morgan Moses. If anybody wants to also give that video some love, you are more than welcome to do so. All right, we're going to give Milton Williams the recognition that he deserves and the signing recognition that he deserves. So, Morgan Moses' video is live on the channel. We're live here, so go on ahead, hit that like button for me. Let's go on ahead and take a deep dive into one of the best signings by the Patriots here today. I can't believe it actually happened. I really could not believe that Milton Williams is officially a New England Patriot. He was at the top of my wish list. He was at the top of the front office's wish list, and it's finally come true. I know what you're thinking because I had the exact same thought. 4 years, $104 million? Allie, are they overpaying him? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. But sometimes it's exactly what you have to do to get some of the best players that are available in free agency. And with the Patriots having $127 million in cap space, I'm glad they spent it rather than kept it and made no moves on the defensive side. Milton Williams is an absolute steal in free agency, and I am so glad about this signing. So we're going to break it down and what this means to the Patriots moving forward, and we're going to do it right now. But first things first, if you guys haven't hit that sub button, you are missing out. I've already made 3 videos today. Morgan Moses, Carlton Davis, Robert Spillane, Devon Godchild trade. We're making moves, and we're making videos. If you guys aren't a part of it, you're missing out. Go on ahead, hit that sub button for me, and join a great Patriots community of 23,000 loyal YouTube subscribers. Milton Williams, coming fresh off a Super Bowl win, had a really impressive outing against the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, a very young guy in Williams as well, still has time to develop his skills and maybe even reach his ceiling, which I personally do not think he has done so just yet, which is saying a lot. 24 tackles in 2024, 5 sacks. Keep in mind, the Patriots' team high was tied between Keon White and Deatrich Wise Jr. for 5.5 sacks. So now adding him on that 3-4 front with Keon White, I think this is going to bring a lot more pressure to the run defense and to the pass rush overall. When you get a guy like Milton Williams, you are getting a solid play stopper. And that is something that, unfortunately, the Patriots have struggled with in the 2024 seasons. One pass breakup, not really his specialty, but I do like that each year he is getting better at trying to reach that quarterback. I also really like the 17 games played, the 16 games played. You're going to be able to get a reliable defensive tackle, which unfortunately we haven't been able to do just yet with Christian Barmore because of those blood clots. But when you look at his PFF grades as well, you're going to notice that the run defense is a little bit shaky. 43 overall PFF grade. That is 167th out of 219 D tackles. But with what he lacks, he does make up here in the pass rush. His pass rush PFF grade is 90.4. That is the second best pass rush in the NFL. So while you may have a struggling run defender, I do think that this is going to wreak havoc with a guy like Keon White. And then better yet, taking a step back, Robert Spillane, who is a phenomenal run defender to fill those gaps. Harold Landry on the edge as another pass rusher. This is going to be a group project, and I think Milton Williams is a guy you pick first in kickball, all right? I think that this is a phenomenal signing, and because he is young, because he does still have a lot of room left to grow, and I do think he's going to be a good pairing with Terrell Williams, who's our new defensive coordinator and a specialist at the defensive line. So I took a look here at the depth chart, and the reason why we don't have Milton Williams listed as a nose tackle, which was formerly Devon Godchild's position, but he did get traded today to the New Orleans Saints for a 2026 7th-round pick, is because I'm not actually 100% sure how this defensive line is going to look. I don't know where Christian Barmore's health status is. I don't know if Milton Williams will take the outside D tackle position, if they'll possibly try to move Christian Barmore on the interior, or how that is technically going to work out now that you have a true defensive tackle in Williams, and obviously that's where his strengths lie. So there is probably going to be a little bit of a switch up in terms of the 3-4 depth chart, but I think overall his skill sets are going to thrive. And we already know with a head coach that is a defensive-minded guy like Mike Vrabel, but he also jokingly told Travis Hunter at the NFL Combine, you're not the only guy that's played both ways. So I don't want you to put Vrabel in this defensive box and think, great, here's another Gerard Mayo kind of thing. No, he's played both ways. I think Vrabel is a very well-rounded coach, but he wants aggressive players. He wants good men. He wants leaders. And I have seen that from a guy like Milton Williams in the few Eagles games that I have watched in 2024, including the Super Bowl. 6'3.5", 290 pounds, the dude's a brick wall. And he's only 26 years old. You know who's 26 years old? Keon White. I already love this pairing a lot on that 3-4 front. So if you guys like the Milton Williams signing, which I don't see why anybody would have a problem with this, go on ahead, hit that like button for me if you guys haven't already. And why not? Type Y for yes, type N for no in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think about this signing. Now, let me tell you guys just real quick here about this great deal. It's almost as good as the Milton Williams deal. Right now, $17.99 is going to get you 3 different types of t-shirts. Blue, red, and white. Over 50% off when you use my link, chatsports.com/New England T. Summer's right around the corner. You guys are now even more excited to go watch some Patriots games later this year. And I want you guys to be comfortable and looking fresh. So if you guys haven't already, update your wardrobe, restock your t-shirt drawer, and pick up this deal. I'm going to put this link in the comment section down below. That is chatsports.com/New England T. Click this link or type it in. It's going to take you directly to the site. That way you guys can get this t-shirt, and you can also go shopping for anything else you guys might like. There's a lot of stuff on sale right now. Just be sure to use this link. This obviously is just one of many signings the Patriots have accumulated over the day. And my favorite one started off pretty high, Harold Landry. This was too good. It just made too much sense. Having him request a trade and then gets released from the Titans when he played for Vrabel for upwards of 7 years. I mean, it was writing on the wall, you are a Patriot. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Then they did their homework. They needed to re-sign a guy like Austin Hooper. Robert Spillane was a little sneaky of a target for me. And then Carlton Davis, who was my favorite signing of the day. I thought that the number one thing they needed to do in the secondary was pair somebody with Christian Gonzalez's stats. And I think that's what Carlton Davis is going to do. 11 pass deflections. He's coming off a great year with the Detroit Lions, except for a fractured jaw, which he should be okay with now. He's 28 years old, not that old, and it's going to give Gonzo a little bit of veteran experience. But then the signings just kept getting better. They took advantage of their offensive line, which still has a few holes they need to address, and I hope this is not the last time I make a video today. Morgan Moses, 3 years, $24 million deals, but this $63 million guaranteed, 4-year, $104 million deal now makes Milton Williams the highest paid Patriot in franchise history, according to sources. Of course, obviously, Tom Brady held that record at $25 million a year, but that was a couple of years ago, and now quarterbacks are paid a lot more than that. But Milton Williams, they see something in him. I agree with it, and I know that this isn't overpaying. Absolutely it is. But now that he has the money, it's all on his plate to show up, to now fill that stat box and that box score with what we have seen in him to give him this amount of money. And sometimes in free agency, you got to just highball a guy. You got to swing for the fences. You got to go for the dunk. It's exactly what they did. This is probably the biggest signing of the Patriots day and maybe the biggest signing so far in NFL free agency week. And if this is not the only move that happens, I want you guys to be a part of it. Go on ahead, hit that sub button for me if you have not already. If you guys have, be sure to turn on your notifications. You can turn them off next week, but this week is the week to know what's going on in Foxborough. Please do not miss out. All you guys have to do is subscribe to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Oh my God, I've talked more about football today than I have my entire life, I think. Oh my God, 775 people watching in here. What a party. Let's go on ahead and bring it back here to that super chat from Eric. His first time super chatting ever here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Very happy with the Pats signings so far. $5 super chats put your thoughts on Patriots free agency on the screen. A pretty interesting note here I got. Damn, is Twitter still not working? I clicked. Oh, no, it is. Robert Spillane's AAV of $12.3 million puts him just above former Mike Vrabel's middle linebacker and current Texan Azeez Al-Shaair at $11.3 million. So that's a pretty good deal there for a guy like Spillane.
This was like a very surprising signing.
It
I never
was.
saw them in like
No.
the targets or anything like that. It was like, oh wow, okay.
Like, damn, all right. Making some moves out here. All right, Eric, appreciate your $5 super chat and getting your thoughts out here on screen. I'm just double checking my Twitter here. I promise I'm not texting, but I just want to make sure that I didn't miss any other signings while I was talking for what, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and I could have missed like 3 signings in that period.
I mean, while we were filming the one, another Patriot signing happened earlier, and
No, literally.
it was. I don't see anything in particular.
Will you Slack Sam, let him know that highlight cut's done?
Okay.
Robert Spillane since 2023, 91.2 run defense grade. Third among all linebackers. So let me get this straight. Oh my God, I stepped on my wire. I'm going down. Let me get this straight. The Patriots have the third best run defense linebacker in the NFL. They have the second best pass rusher defensive lineman in the NFL. I mean, talk about swinging for the fences and hitting a frickin' grand slam. Holy cow. Alper, I think it's time for a beer bong. Pull up that super chat menu and let's get this party rolling. I feel like I've only done one beer bong. I feel like I should do a beer bong for every signing.
Every signing?
And
I mean,
you could probably do half of those. I feel like we got to get this party started. Well, it's already been started since like noon.
$5, get your thoughts on screen. $20, we spin the wheel, and I will say, I think beer bong is on that.
Yeah, it is.
$50 is the beer bong, and then $100. I'd love to see Allie try a booze, but $100 is a beer bong.
I'm getting nervous about this wide receiver core. I'm going to be honest.
I've been nervous all season. There's only so much Drake May can throw to. You gotta get a guy in the draft. I mean, second round. I don't know if he's going to be available, which you truly don't. What about Williams from TCU?
Savion Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. 6'5". He's got a good catch radius. Same to the blockbuster trade. Texans are finalizing a trade of 5-time Pro Bowl Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders. Holy cow!
That's a big one.
I love that. What are you talking about? So the Commanders can get Jaden Daniels protection, but Mike Vrabel can't get frickin' anybody?
Anybody.
I was like, I mean, a good
Laramie
left tackle.
Tunsil's available.
Can we trade for Laramie Tunsil? Can we trade for him? Just quickly.
Yeah,
Quickly, call him up.
I mean, Milton Williams. There was reports. It said he signed with the Panthers. And then they're like, hold on, hold your horses. That would have been terrible. And the Patriots just outbid him.
That would have been a waste of. Well, the Panthers actually had a second half of the season surgence there, so. Oh! Big Daddy Joe! Bang! BDJ! BDJ! Come on, Joe! That's my guy! Get Tet McMillan and a vet wide receiver, he says. Get Tet McMillan and a vet wide receiver.
I love it.
Tet McMillan, Cooper Kupp. Tet McMillan, Brendan Ayuk. Tet McMillan, Tyler Lockett.
How tall? Tedero McMillan is what, 6'4", 6'5"?
5.
He's huge.
6'5". Cheers to Teddy Mick.
And then you get a veteran, like you said, Cooper Kupp. Trade for Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, God. That watermelon got me.
I can take the next one.
That's big time. Kyle Rush with a $5 super chat as well with Ted. Catch the ball above everybody else. How about that? I got a lot of a backlash when I made a video about Ted McMillan. It went viral on TikTok, and I was saying that I love Teteroa McMillan's catch radius. And everybody's like, "What are you talking about? His separation's terrible. He's slow. He can't get separated." I'm like, "Honey, that's because cornerbacks are about 5'11". Ted McMillan's catch radius is up here. It's not out here. It's up here. There's a difference. We're gonna go vertical with this shit, not horizontal." But to Alper's point, Ted McMillan would probably come after a trade down in the draft, unless you just want to draft him really high at 4, but I don't see why you would do that.
See that.
But Savion Williams is a very sneaky candidate to get, the watermelon, in the 2nd or 3rd round. He's also a 6'5" wide receiver. He's got really sticky hands, which is great, because Drake May does tend to be a little bit inaccurate from his rookie season. So there are big guys out there still, but I do agree. You don't know if Williams is going to be there. You know Ted McMillan is going to be there at number 4. So that's going to be interesting.
One guy that is kind of high on my board, if he's available in the 2nd or 3rd round, is Restrepo from Miami.
Xavier Restrepo, yes, he is.
I really liked him. Now, he had Cam Ward throwing him the ball, but Drake May's just – I would put Drake May above Cam Ward. If Cam Ward went into the draft last year, I'd still put Drake May over.
I think if Drake May was in the draft this year, he'd be the number 1 overall. Without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely. Restrepo is what? The all-time receiving yards and all-time receptions, I think, at Miami this year?
Miami, yes.
Yeah, he's a 1,200-yard receiver through and through. So I don't know how tall he is, though. If you don't mind looking that up for me. I don't think he was small. Do we have his combine stuff? Did he participate? Because I really liked his speed. That was a thing that a lot of scouts.
Well, here goes back to your hinge thing. He's 5'10".
5'10", which means he's probably 5'2". Can't teach height. Can't teach 6'5", baby. Can't teach 6'5". Double S, Allie, screw the haters. You were right all about Ted McMillan. I'm just saying, if Ted McMillan comes out here and absolutely pops off, I caught it.
All right, I got his pre-draft measurables from the combine right here.
All right,
5'9" and 7/8", 209 pounds.
He's not even 5'10". What is he? Sorry.
Arm length is 29 3/8 inches.
All right, it's not terrible.
And hand span is 9 1/8 inches.
Is that small or big? I don't know.
It's around average. I think Cam Ward's hand span is like 9 3/8.
What about 40s? Why? Why didn't anybody participate in the NFL Combine, for love of God?
Nobody participates in the Combine anymore. Everybody always participates in their pro day.
In their pro day, which is so annoying.
This NFLDraftBuzz.com says he ran a 4.45, but I don't know if that was at the Combine.
I want to look up Teteroa McMillan. He did not work out at the Combine. I know that. But he does have 10-inch hands, 31.5-inch arms, 6'4.5", 219 pounds. And then did Savion Williams happen to run at the Combine?
Yeah, no, I have it right here.
Oh, Savion Williams ran a 4.48. All right.
Speed in the hands.
10 1/4 inches hand size, 32.5-inch arm span, 6'4.5" and 222 pounds. He's got the exact same build as Teteroa McMillan. Exact same build. And he runs a 4.4. That's not bad at all. Oh, I see it right here.
Xavier Restrepo didn't do anything at the Combine except the bench press where he had
17 reps. I'll tell you what, man. I'm looking at Savion Williams run this 40-yard dash. He is all legs. Holy cow, his legs are long. 4.49 is not bad at all. I like that. The lead at that time was like 4.29. So, wow. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a sneaky candidate there. $10 super chat coming in from my man Kyle Rush. What's going on, Kyle? With Williams. Graham's out at 4. Davis means, excuse me, talking about the draft now. I'm like, who the hell is Grams? Did you see that my wheels turning right there?
I was like
God, I was like, who's Grams on the Patriots? All right, with Milton Williams, Mason Graham at pick number 4, and Davis, which is Carlton Davis. Jeez Louise, means no corner. Hunter has a corner. 4. He's looking like wide receiver, left tackle.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, my God. All right.
Clicked. The light bulb is on.
In summary, now that we have Milton Williams, you don't really need Mason Graham at pick number 4. And because you have Carlton Davis, you really don't need Travis Hunter at pick number 4 because you already got your lockdown cornerback. So it looks like it's got to be left tackle or wide receiver in the NFL draft. Not saying it's the best, but what it's looking like unless Carter falls in. Yes, I do agree. I think that right now, if Abdul Carter is available at number 4, so what? So what about your recent signings? You have to draft Abdul Carter. I think that he is going to be an absolute menace in his NFL career. So Abdul Carter should still be your number 1.
Yep.
I do think it is still worth looking into Travis Hunter because of that two-way aspect. I don't know if he's the best wide receiver in the NFL draft. I'm going to go on a hunch and say no. But because you do have Carlton Davis, yes, I do think you no longer need a quarterback, but maybe you could run him at a nickel if he really wanted to play that two-way. I don't know if that's a crazy take there.
I don't think it is.
I mean, it's not, my favorite, but if you really wanted to find a spot for him. So, yes, I do think Tetairoa McMillan could be a trade-down scenario, which we can talk about later this week, and possibly draft Tetairoa McMillan. You could also still get a guy like Will Campbell, and you can move him inwards to left guard or keep him at left tackle as well. Kyle Rush coming with a $10 super chat. Tight end of dividend. Tight end dividend. Doug Dimmadome. Doug Dimmadome. Home of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Jalen Royal is at 3rd or 4th. Look him up. A steal. Well, I'm just going to go out here and say this. If I don't know that much about Jalen Royals, I'm probably going to say he's not worthy of the 4th pick overall. Let's see his draft combine. Jalen Royals. Utah State Aggie wide receiver. He's 22 years old. His draft combine is showing he's 6 feet, 30 1/8 inch arm, 205 pounds, and 9.5 inch hand. He ran a 4.42, which is slightly faster than the 4.48 that Savion Williams did run, and he had 13 bench presses. Let's see if he is on Mel Kiper's big board. Let's see where he is being ranked right now. He is the 5th best wide receiver in the NFL draft per Mel Kiper. So maybe not with pick number. Are you saying Jalen Royal is in the 3rd round or 4th round? Is that what you're saying? That makes sense. With the 4th overall pick, no, that does not make sense. But yes, I do agree. Just from seeing his statistics, it looks like he's got the fit. I haven't seen enough on the 3rd and 4th round draft prospects enough. I'm not mentally locked into the NFL draft, late round picks just yet. I'm still on day 1 of the draft. So I definitely think that could be a very sneaky target. I don't know how many wide receivers are going to end up taking in the NFL draft here this year either.
I just really hope we don't make the same mistake as we did 6 years ago. Because you had, he just got traded. You had DK Metcalf on the board, and you had A.J. Brown on the board. And you thought the guy that was speedy, and you took N'Keal Harry.
This is the same guy that traded up to take Chad Ryland in the 4th round. This is the same guy. But I will be honest, just from a vibe I'm getting down here in Texas about the Patriots front office, I think Jonathan Kraft is a lot more in charge than we think he is.
Oh, I think he's taken over a lot.
I think he has too. And I think that is the difference between the DK Metcalf draft and the Bill Belichick era, is that I think Vrabel also has a huge say in the draft, in the signings, in the trades. So I don't think it's just, loopy old Robert anymore that is going to be making the shots. So I do agree. There is that wide receiver ghost that tends to haunt us around late April in the wide receiver department, but I do think this could be a chance. From seeing what we've already done in free agency, I have hope that Jonathan Kraft is making more calls up there than we think he probably is.
I get PTSD. The Patriots have never drafted a good wide receiver. Never drafted a good wide receiver. You can go all the way back to 15 years ago, almost 20 years now. Chad Jackson, Josh Boyce.
Who?
Oh man. Yeah. Exactly.
Aaron Taylor coming in with a $20 super chat. Appreciate you, Aaron Taylor. Looks like we got another raffle spin here, which is always very fun. Aaron Taylor, $20 super chat. I'm hoping we can get Brown from Philly in a trade. Obviously, we all would. I would not hold your breath on it. I don't see a reason why the Philadelphia Eagles would be intrigued to make that trade right now, especially because with a Super Bowl winning roster, I look at it more of like, don't fix what isn't broken. And I think A.J. Brown being wide receiver 1 there is huge for them. So overall, I'm going to go with probably not, but it would be great. I'm all for it if it does happen. I'm probably not going to talk about that trade anymore on this channel here. I have in the past, so I have definitely given my 2 cents to it. And Alper can chime in here if he'd like, but I just want to be more realistic here, I think.
I mean, you just have, like, Philly doesn't do any stupid things now. Howie Roseman trades if you send him a haul.
How is he? I genuinely don't actually know how he's doing all this stuff.
Howie's done it again. That's what the Eagles fans always say. And I can't stand it, but I don't think that you're going to get anything with A.J. Brown unless you send him. Like, I don't think we could get A.J. Brown unless you give him the 4th pick in the draft, and you obviously aren't going to do that.
No, not with how many other holes you have to fill on your roster. The offensive line, the safety, we fixed cornerback. You still have to look at guard, tackle, wide receiver, running back possibly. Like, there's still so many areas the Patriots can improve on than trading away. God knows how much Howie Roseman would ask for a guy like A.J. Brown. Now, you go out and you get a winning season, 7 wins, 8 wins under Mike Vrabel. What, next year he's a free agent? Next year is either A.J. Brown's last year on his deal. No, wait, he reconstructed that. Anyways, you go out and you get a winning season this year regardless, it's going to attract better players. Like a T. Higgins, like an A.J. Brown. This year, right now, though, you still really have nothing to go off of except for Drake May highlights and Mike Vrabel, saying what they're going to do.
He has a potential out in 2027.
Okay, potential out in 2027. So focus on that, man. Like, focus on just getting better with what is available right now. I don't know if we can swing a blockbuster like that with how little assets we have to convince Howie Roseman, of all people, a phenomenal GM, to trade us A.J. Brown. That's going to be a lot of asking. All right, I'm making a new poll here. We're going to spin that wheel here in just 1 second.
We got one more super chat.
We got one more super chat going in here.
Kyle Rush coming in. He says, like Kylo Ren in Star Wars, I'm with this free agency. More.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I know the meme. It is.
Oh, is that Adam Driver?
Yes, Adam
Oh,
Driver.
okay. I know the meme. I don't watch Starbucks, though.
Starbucks? You don't watch Starbucks? Yeah, me neither.
Dude, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I was tossing and turning. I had to cancel my 6 a.m. workout class. I felt like a slob.
I don't know how you work out at 6 a.m.
I love it. I love it. I love being up before the sun. I love it.
No, I'm going after work. 5 o'clock, when it's completely packed, and you can't get anything. You can't get anything done because it's so packed. You're waiting.
Why is everybody saying fired? What did I say? Did I say
idea.
fired? I said Starbucks. Probably. I'm not. I promise I'm sober, guys. I'm just tired. I've just been working so hard today. What time is it? Oh, it's only 3:15. Another $5 super chat coming in from Christian Ganpath. Third time super chatter here on the channel. The way this free agency is going, if they get Cam Robinson, I want Tyler Warren round 1. An offensive line round 2, wide receiver round 3. Okay. You just re-sign Austin Hooper. You have Hunter Henry, who has been your shining light in the passing game the last 2 seasons. Can somebody tell me, pitch me a different perspective on Tyler Warren? Because I don't think it makes any sense.
Not at 4.
To draft Tyler Warren.
No, not at 4.
Because you're not the first person that said this to me. I have had this conversation with many people. I think he's a phenomenal tight end, but is New England the right fit for him? Why Tyler Warren over Henry or Hooper?
I guess you're getting Gronk comparisons. So people are like, ooh, he could be one of the best tight ends. Like, you saw what Brock Bowers did with the Raiders, but
Fair.
they weren't winning.
No, yeah,
They weren't
like
winning.
that's
You don't waste a fourth overall pick on Tyler Warren when you can get so much. You could trade down. You could draft an offensive lineman. Do something that you actually need. You have Hunter Henry. You just signed Austin Hooper. You don't need to prioritize tight end.
No, and he's definitely not going to be available past 4. So
No.
Excuse me, he's not going to be available past round 1.
He might
So
I would say top 15. He's probably going.
yeah.
All right, let's go to spinning the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel. All right.
All right, what do we got here?
What do we got? 3 minutes of 50% off on our Super Chat menu. Do you know how to put up a clock?
Yeah.
Will you put up a countdown from 3 minutes?
Do you want to bring that up or cut everything in half?
You don't have to cut everything in half. Just do the, that might be a lot. Just do, the clock. That way, they know how long they have. Everything on our Super Chat menu is going to be half off. Take advantage of this deal. It's going to be electric.
No, it's counting up. No.
Oh, no. Countdown. Should be the countdown
There
from,
we
yeah.
go. Got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
50% off.
So let's call it $2 super chat. Get your thoughts on screen. Don't need to send in $2.50. $10 to spin the wheel. $25 super chat for a beer bong, and a $50 super chat. Alper will do a beer boot.
Oh, I'm doing it now.
I've already got 2 bongs in my system. Beer bongs, that is.
That's good. I got it.
Alper's going to do a beer boot for $50.
I've tailgated
What a team
multiple
player.
times. I've tailgated multiple times at Gillette Stadium. I've done it multiple times. The one thing that people have taught me, my one friend, I went to go tailgate up with
You
him
have
when we
one
went to the
friend?
game. My one Patriots friend. I have one Patriots friend.
I'm just joshing.
It's called the Fireball Walk. And from the tailgate to the gate, to the Gillette Stadium gates, you finish a pint of Fireball. Yeah.
That's not a fifth, right?
No.
No,
a
pint.
is
Pint.
like
It's like that. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
big.
Yuck.
Fireball Walk. Walk through Patriot Place, everything like that. I haven't been to Gillette Stadium since the renovations. I
yeah.
really want to go.
I don't
So if
see
anybody
anything
knows about the
else.
Fireball Walk in the chat, if you tailgate at Gillette Stadium,
We think that's real, the fireball walk?
I don't know. Could just be made up. 90 seconds left. Just say countdown.
90 seconds left and nobody's taking advantage of this deal. That's crazy. $2, get your thoughts on screen. $10, spin the wheel. $25, I'll do another beer bong. And $50. We've already gotten one today. We're going to do a beer boot. And that's normally $100. That's the best deal you guys will see here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Maybe amongst all of our live shows together. Somebody's got to take this. Did you see what the Commanders tweeted out? That's what the Commanders tweeted out.
One of my friends. Yeah, I have multiple friends, Allie.
What?
They're a Commanders
my
fan,
one
and
friend.
he was like, "Oh my god!" And then he just put a 38 seconds. No takers. No takers.
No takers. I feel ashamed and embarrassed, to be honest. Just a little bit. We did reach 400 likes, so we have been live for almost an hour and a half. I'm nervous that whenever we end this, the Patriots are going to do something.
Yeah, probably. This second it's done.
20 seconds left to take advantage. John M. is going to take advantage here.
Let me get that up on the screen. 5 seconds. We do have a signing, but it's with the Chargers. Dante Jackson, 2 years, $13 million.
Dante Jackson. Signed wide receiver Keenan Allen, draft Campbell, high from
Are we
Cape
going to count
Coral.
that?
MP Sports Talk with a $50
Oh.
super chat. Bang! You got it. They got a lag, dude. They got a lag.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
MP Sports
All
Talk
right.
coming through with the last second. Alper boot. Alper boot. Alper boot. Alper boot. Fireball walk. Fireball walk.
No. We'll do the boot.
John M. Sign wide receiver Allen, draft Campbell, high from Cape Coral. Appreciate you, John M. Give MP some love in the comment section down below. Drake May, Double S, Goat, Mike, Charles, Big Daddy Joe, Master General. MP Sports Talk says, I got you. I got you. Let's get it.
All right. Am I going to fill this up, or should we have someone grab it?
You can get somebody to grab it if you want.
I'll go do it. You can hold down the fort.
All right. I'll be here. I wonder if Patriots have won free agency so far. The Bears have made some electric moves, though. I would say it's probably the Patriots and the Bears, to be honest, of winning this free agency so far. But long way to go. This is just day one. Alper is going to get a boot to do that for us here. The Pats are trading for Cooper Kupp. Yeah, I could see it. I don't see why at this point. But honestly, with a guy like Cooper Kupp, you might just be able to get him on the cut. I think he'll be waived, especially since they signed Devontae Adams. So I don't know. I don't see a trade for Cooper Kupp happening. I think it's going to be a cut. So we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do. But I don't know. I do not know. All right, Patriots with 6 signings so far in the last 24 hours, I should say. They are really making their strides and their presence known, that's for sure. Defensive tackle, Milton Williams. Offensive tackle, Morgan Moses. Cornerback, Carlton Davis. Linebacker, Robert Spillane. Edge, Harold Landry. And they have re-signed tight end, Austin Hooper. So there are still a ways to go. I am wondering if now with Milton and Landry, I think you move to a 4-3. Think about it. If Devon Gottschall didn't fit reportedly in Mike Vrabel's defensive scheme, then they're probably moving away from a nose tackle. And they're probably going to start doing Keon White, Barmore, Milton, and Landry as their forefront. I'm just speculating here. Which you're not even sure if Barmore is going to be fully healthy. You might have to sign somebody else. Master saying one of my favorite channels on the internet. I appreciate that, my man. Yeah, Anthony, I think it's going to have to be a 4-3 scheme. Which I'm not opposed to. I'm just thinking out loud here. And then what? Your linebacker room is going to be middle linebacker Robert Spillane. You put Jelani Tavai to probably the strong side, and you put Anthony Jennings on your weak. Maybe flip the two. Maybe Jelani on the weak. Anthony on the strong side. I like that. Robert Spillane at his natural position of middle linebacker would be kind of electric. And then you got your secondary of Carlton Davis, Christian Gonzalez. Then you got Jabril Peppers and Kyle Duggar. Holy electric. Holy electric. That offense, though, got to do something. Vrabel was a 3-4 scheme in Cincy. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, he got a gigantic boot. All right. Alper's going to take one for the team here because I'm a lady, and I don't think boots are very ladylike. I like wild cherry. I personally go lemon lime. It tastes a little bit more like Sprite to me, but that's everybody's preference. My favorite's watermelon. Watermelon is my favorite, but I do like it. All right, shout out to MP Sports Talk for $50 super chat. Alper Boot. Alper Boot. Alper Boot. Alper Boot. I don't actually think I've seen Alper do a boot here, but this is him earning his stripes on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Spam Alper in the comment section down below. He's actually dogging this right now. This would take me 5 attempts, and it would take me 15 minutes. So this is why you get a better action doing the boot. Michelle, Sailor, Boston Bob, Big Daddy Joe, MP Sports Talk, Alper, 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 Alper. Let's go! Look at all the love. Easy Sailor, Boston, Sicko, Lil Shorty, Brian, Oats, Michelle. I know, you got to take a deep breath there. You take your time. I know those take everything out of me.
I'm good.
Oh, he's
and people like, it's water. No, it's not water. It's just a Happy Dad. It's clear.
No. We learned a long time ago that chugging seltzer is a lot better bloat-wise than chugging beer and Miller Lights. So that's why we do Happy Dads, because
on a Friday for the Knicks watch party,
yep,
we ran out of Happy Dads. So we had to do Miller. And we did a super chat battle with Raiders Report.
Oh, no. Is that why you guys are doing Four Locos?
No, that was a different day.
Yeah.
That was, but me and Marshall did 4 boots each. Yeah, it was not good.
Walk home? Goodness. Dawes is in here. Sicko, Joe, Christopher, Domingo. What's going on, my man? Anthony said, "Damn, that's a big boot."
Yeah, we have smaller ones.
Yeah, I have an Allie boot. It's a baby boot. Legato, I smell a trade coming. We've been silent for so long, and you know we aren't done for the day. I think something on the O-line or wide receiver room is coming our way. I hope so. I haven't gotten a notification in quite some time. So, yes, that could mean that they are working on something. But you also do have to realize that today is day number 1, and it's not like a 12-hour thing. Tomorrow is second day of legal tampering, which means a player who is currently on another team can sign with the Patriots, which is what obviously has happened here so far. But then Free agency does kick off on Wednesday. I don't really. Is there like a distinct difference to why they have 48? Like, why not just start
I have no idea.
free agency today?
Like, if we're going to talk about the other free agent moves, Sam Darnold signed with the Seahawks. And I'm like, okay, if they got that deal in day one, and it was in the West Coast, it was about noon.
Yeah, it's like.
So, like, they were probably talking to Sam Darnold beforehand because they just traded Geno Smith a couple days ago.
Oh, they absolutely have.
You don't come down with a deal within 2 days with that big of a deal.
We have 2 Miltons on the team now. Joe Milton. And Milton Williams.
For now.
That's
I mean,
so fun.
Joe Milton could get traded.
Do you want to just roll through all of the moves that have acquired here so far in legal tampering?
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm just checking my Twitter here. There's also a report here, I think it's pretty interesting, that Harold Landry was, per Josina Anderson, Harold Landry was initially unsure and needed some convincing to come to New England. A 3-year, $43.5 million base and $48 million max contract evidently sealed the deal. So even Landry needed a little bit of a nudging saying, hey, dog, I know we're not the hottest team out in the NFL right now, but here's what we can do for you. $43.5
million. You get to be coached by Mike Vrabel again.
He loves Vrabel. Who doesn't love Vrabel? All right, you want to rip through the latest moves here?
Yeah, where do you want to start here?
Perfect.
All righty. So we got Jared Stidham. Yeah, you guys remember Jared Stidham. Back to the Seahawks, 2 years, $12 million. Josh Allen getting an insane deal, $330 million in the trade, the biggest trade so far. DK Metcalf, Jake Matthews to the Falcons. Adam Butler to the Raiders, John Bates, Washington. A punter, Ryan Wright to the Vikings, then DJ Jones.
Vikings are so weird with their special teams. They're so weird with it.
DJ Jones to the Broncos. Sheldon Rankins to the Texans. Then we had the trade for Devin Godshaw, 2026 7th-round pick to New England. Tress Way, another punter, 1 year.
I love Tress Way. He's so good. That's such a good move. Just re-sign him.
Long snapper, Morgan Cox to the Titans.
A long snapper. Jeez, we're just pushing for moves today.
The Titans only made 2 moves. J.C. Horn, $100 million.
Highest paid cornerback.
70 guaranteed is
Yeah,
insane.
that's crazy. Yeah, that just sets the bar pretty high for Christian Gonzalez, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. 100%.
After he's done with this deal.
Jalen Warren, 1 year's $5 million. Khalil Mack, which surprised me, only a 1-year deal to stay in LA with the Chargers. I thought he was going to go for money. He's getting up there in age. I thought he was going to go for a 4-year deal for sure. Ben Bredesen to the Bucks. Then we get to this morning, Evan Brown, 2 years with the Cardinals. Hassan Reddick, only a 1-year deal. He held out for half the year with the Jets. And then finally said, all right, screw it, I'll play. He gets a 1-year deal with the Bucks. Jalen Moore, offensive tackle to the Chiefs, 2 years, $33. The one signing, the move that really upset me. It really, really upset me. 3 years, $66 million for Chris Godwin to return to the Bucks. There was reports that the Patriots offered him $30 million around there, and he said, you know what, I'm going to take the pay cut and stay with the team. $45 million guaranteed, though.
Ain't that crazy?
Drew Dalman, 3 years, $42 million. Braxton Berrios, Honey Nut Berrios, 1 year, $2 million. Elijah Mitchell, 1 year, 3.5. B.J. Hill to the Bengals. Is that the first Bengals move that I've seen today? Javon Kinlaw to Washington. Robert Spillane. 3 years, $37 million. Jordan Lewis, 3 years, $30 million. Jimmy Garoppolo re-signing. That was a little interesting one to me. 1 year, $13.5 million. Really, I feel like he could go somewhere else and be a backup, but it is what it is. Paulson Adebo, that's the Giants' biggest move so far. They still don't have a quarterback. 3 years, $54 million. Dan Moore Jr. is another one that I was hoping the Patriots could do. 4 years, $82 million. That's a lot of money. Derek Barnett, 1 year, $5 million. Carlton Davis, 3 years, $60 million for the New England Patriots.
I did not think we were going to get Carlton Davis, I'm going to be
Neither did I.
honest. Has Byron Murphy signed with anybody?
I don't think so.
That's really interesting.
We have not seen his name on this graphic.
Damn.
J.K. Scott, 2-year deal. Full details to be determined. Trayman Smith, 2 years, 7.5. Morgan Moses, old man, 34
shit.
years, 3 years, $24 million. DJ Reed, 3 years, $48 million. I thought DJ Reed. Well, I guess when you're getting a Debo, I thought the Giants were going to sign DJ Reed, but they still get their corner. 3 years, $48 for Carlton Davis's replacement in Detroit. Isaiah Rodgers. Then the deal of the day, Milton Williams to New England. 4 years, $104 million.
Yeah,
$104
buddy.
million big ones. $63 million guaranteed. Trayvon Moehrig, 3 years, $51 million. The Cowboys.
Poor Jerry. Poor Cowboys fans, dude. I mean, they're just
You go into free agency, and this is your signing.
like, what do you do?
A long snapper. 3 years, $4 million. That's hilarious. Poona Ford, 3 years, $30 million.
Dude.
Sam Darnold.
I feel so bad. I love that, what Nick Wright says. He goes, he turned back into a pumpkin. At midnight, he turned back into a pumpkin. I feel so bad for him.
I'm excited to see Sam Darnold in Seattle. I don't know how. That's
I
gonna
am.
be.
I'm not giving up on him just yet.
I mean,
but
they don't have any wide receivers now. They have Jake
yeah, no, that
Bobo.
is. Yeah, I mean, neither do we. So we gotta get some of those too.
Johnny Munt, 2 years, 5.5. Matt Dickerson to the Miami Dolphins. Darius Slade Jr. to the Steelers. Eric Murray to the Jags. Justin Fields. A little interesting. I think there's still a dumpster fire out there in New York. But Justin Fields going to be throwing to Garrett Wilson. Cameron Bynum, the Colts' only deal of the day.
Damn.
Wow, we have a lot of free agency signings. I'm just going down here. I'm like, when is this going to end?
I know, right? I think we're towards the end here.
I don't know how to pronounce that name right.
Dio
Odeyingbo?
Odeyingbo, maybe? I don't know.
3 years, $48 million. Good deal. Samaje Perine, 2 years, $3.8 mil.
Oh, yeah.
De'Ami Brown, 1 year, $10 mil to the Jags. Talanoa Hufanga, 3 years, $45 million. Josh Palmer, sad. 3 years, $36 million. I feel like the Patriots could have paid him.
I know. Maybe they just couldn't jump on it. I don't know what happened there because you're thinking, too, like, why would this Los Angeles Charger possibly want to come to the Northeast, and then he signs with the Bills? But I can tell you, I can tell you the Patriots. I obviously wasn't in the room, but I can tell you the Patriots probably put their best offer forward, but they just couldn't compete with the AFC competitors. Competitors went to the AFC Championship with the Kansas City Chiefs and stuff like that. Playing for Josh Allen, I would play for Josh Allen over Drake May right now. Right now, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, but you have
It's the MVP.
You have
Yeah.
baby Josh Allen.
You do,
Drake
yeah.
May.
No, there's definitely, but would you rather go to an established or a rebuild? And he probably wants to go to an established,
Exactly.
especially because they're also struggling with their wide receiver core. I think Joshua Palmer could definitely find his footing there pretty easily, rather than deal with the struggling offense that the Patriots have at this current moment. So I don't blame him at all, man.
I don't blame him one bit. Luke Farrell to the 49ers, 3 years, $20.25 million. Josh Sweat, the other big signing of the day from the
Yes.
Eagles, 4 years, $76 million. I thought the Patriots could be in this type of deal for Josh Sweat. I would have paid him, but
Yep.
you go with Milton Williams instead of Josh Sweat.
Yes, absolutely. But also, that sucks for the Eagles, dude. They lost two really good defenders there.
I thought they were letting Williams and Josh Sweat go to try and trade for Myles Garrett, but we clearly saw that
Yeah.
he's staying home.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's so funny that it's like everybody wants money until everybody wants to win championships until they get that fat payday. And they're like, you know what? It's kind of overrated.
Throw $100 million in your face.
Like, okay.
Patrick McCarry, 3 years, $37 million to the Jags. Grady Jarrett, he's cut by the Falcons, and now he's signing with the Bears.
Yes, I just saw that one.
Sebastian Joseph Day, 1 year, up to $7.5 million for the Titans, and Roy Robertson Harris, 2 years, up to $10 million. Still going. Aaron Banks, 4 years, $77. Wow. TJ Slatton, 2 years, $15 million. Chuma Adoga to the Jags.
Huh.
Nathan Shepard, 1 year extension with the Saints. We have a big trade. Lermy Tunsil, Pro Bowl offensive lineman for the Texans, being traded to the Commanders for a 2025 third, 7th, and 2026 second and 4th round pick. Jeremy Chin,
that's huge.
solid safety, going to the Raiders, 2 years, $16 million. Patrick Taylor Jr., 1 year extension with the Niners. Patrick Jones, 2 years, $20 million to the Panthers. And then our last two, Dante Jackson to the Chargers and Brandon Stevens to the Jets. 3 years, $36 million. Whew! And it's just day one.
That is crazy.
A lot of free agent signings.
Poor Cowboys. Do you mind pulling up that live sub counter too? I want to see where we're at. I think we've gained a couple of subs here. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that sub button for me. If you guys haven't seen, or you're not on the page just yet, I mean, we're making videos. We're working overtime. This is the week to be subscribed to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Be sure to hit that sub button for me. 23,338 loyal subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 23,350. Bucks center Robert Hainsey is going to the Jags. Tell you what, man, Jags are making some move here. Some moves. Duval. Ew, that creeps me out still.
I will say,
Packers are getting Nate Hobbs.
the Jags got two of the most smartest offensive minds in the NFL with Grant Udinski and Liam Cohen. If Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel wasn't available, I wanted Liam Cohen to be the head coach of the Patriots.
Really? Over Ben Johnson?
No. I said if Ben Johnson wasn't available. He was third on my list.
Right.
Ben Johnson was number 1, Mike Vrabel was 2, and then it was Liam Cohen.
Okay.
You put Liam Cohen and Grant Udinski with Trevor Lawrence. If he still is terrible, you got to move on.
Yeah, then something's going on there. Man, Trevor Lawrence has not had a good last 2 years here, which really sucks because he has everything skill-wise to be a phenomenal quarterback here for the Jaguars. But he did just have a baby, though, which is awesome.
I had him. I wanted him back in 2020.
Oh, everybody did. Just for the flow alone.
I was so mad. And this became a war on Patriots Twitter when they signed Cam Newton. I was pissed off because I wanted the Patriots to start Jarrett Stidham.
Cam Newton.
Go 3-13 because there was only 16 games at the time. Go 3-13, get the first pick, draft Trevor Lawrence. He becomes the Tom Brady replacement. But no, we had to be mediocre with Cam Newton for 1 year and put ourselves in purgatory, and that brought in Mac Jones.
I forgot about him. Where is he? He's with the Jags.
Yes.
Yeah, he's with the Jags. Speaking of the Jags, Mac Jones. I love that every time I go on like Fanatics, all of his stuff is still on sale.
It's like $10.
He and Matthew Judon. Dude, I don't know where Judon's gonna go in free agency.
I have no idea.
You think he's gonna get cut? I want to say no, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
He wants to get paid, and I'm like, dude, you're old now.
You're old, yeah, and you did not have the season that you were supposed to have. And I think through and through, the Patriots 110% won that trade because now they have Atlanta's third-round draft pick. And if the Patriots do need to make a trade for a wide receiver of some sorts, you can give away your third-round draft pick via Atlanta and still have another draft pick 2 spots down. So I think that the Patriots just continue to win that. $5 super chat from Kyle Rush. Tired of your quarterback on his back? Go get a left tackle, Kraft. Be a man.
Be a man.
That should be a t-shirt, man. I love that. Be a man, Kraft. Do your job. Tell you what, I think it's Jonathan, big dog. I think Jonathan's the one that's like calling the shots here. At least I hope so. Goodness.
I think he's taken over.
It's about dang time. In a minute, I'm gonna pump me up. All right. $5 super chat coming in here from Kyle Rush. We still have 615 people watching in here. We are under 50 likes away from 450 so far. Patriots not making another move. Big Daddy Joe, hey, Allie, just proud of you and the channel. Seemed like you were just looking for 20,000 subs. I appreciate that, man. I can't do any of this without you guys. You guys give me a reason to come to work in the morning and look forward to work every day. I think I speak for both Alper and I. We have been in situations that make work not very fun.
Yeah,
this is a very fun job. You guys are the reason for that. So thank you so, so much. And I genuinely mean this from the bottom of my heart to hit that subscribe button. Not for me, not for the channel, because I do feel like this is the best option completely for free to get your information on your Patriots. We go live every time there is breaking news of this sort. We go live every single Wednesday. I really take it upon me to have a relationship with you guys. So if you haven't already, hit that sub button for me, especially this week. If you guys don't like it on Monday and you don't like the product that we have given you in 7 days, feel free to unsubscribe. No hard feelings at all. I get it. Everybody's going to have a preference, but I just want to make sure you guys are the most informed you possibly can be this week. Because if the Patriots keep the rest of the week moving the way they're moving right now, we might be Super Bowl champions again, like tomorrow. I'm just kidding, but that'd be kind of cool.
Let's start with playoffs.
It's playoffs, schmayoffs. I'm going to go back to the... Oh, wait, I think Malcolm Kuntz just signed somewhere.
Yeah, he re-signed with the Raiders.
Fair.
Sam said someone to New England? Do we have a Patriots signing? Am I missing something?
What did he say? What did Sam say?
Tonga to NE?
Oh, sources confirm. Patriots are signing defensive tackle Kairis Tonga, maybe? I'm going to be honest. I don't have a lot of information on this guy. Hold on.
1 year, $2.7 million.
1 year, $2.7 million. Sounds like a depth piece for a defensive tackle. It's Kairis Tonga. Okay, so he plays for the Arizona Cardinals. Kairis Tonga was drafted by the Chicago Bears in the 7th round of the 2021 NFL Draft. He's played 217 snaps for them as a rookie. Okay. Okay, Kairis Tonga is a Patriot. We have a signing. Another defensive signing. Wow, okay. Patriots add more defensive tackle depth. It's a 1-year contract worth up to $2.7 million. At 6'4", 338 pounds.
Oh my God. He's a tank.
Talk about Tonga. Oh my God. Big body right in the middle of the defense. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if this is because of Christian Barmore.
Yeah.
You do not know, especially with blood clots. I don't want
You can't take a risk. You
can't take a risk. You do not want to force him back. You do not want to rush him back. Blood clots are very, very serious, and health is obviously the number one over football. So I don't want Barmore to come back if he's scared, if he's not ready. Okay. This also could be a Devon Gottschall replacement, as Gottschall is nearly 340 pounds. So maybe they're just trying to literally beef up the defensive line. Tonga overlap with outside linebackers coach Mike Smith in Minnesota. All right. Tonga is a Patriot.
Tonga's a Patriot.
Tonga's a Patriot. Not bad at all. Damn, maybe we should have waited to make that Milton Williams video. That's all right.
It's all good.
What are you going to do?
13 games played, 22 total tackles, 0 sacks.
So inexperienced. So we're getting a shell of a defensive tackle, and I think there is plenty of room to grow with him. All right. I don't mind it. If you've got money, man,
2.7 mil.
Make
That's
it.
nothing.
Yeah, dude, if you've got money for it, I am all in. Okay, sorry, I'm just making a... Excuse me, I'm just making a social tweet here real quick. All right, how do we feel about the signing? Make a new poll here. Why don't we go on ahead and just grade this signing? Grade the signing for me. Grade the... Okay. A, B, C, D, or F. How do you pronounce his name again? Kairis Tonga. It is Kairis. Okay, Kairis Tonga. Let me see if I have like a... See if there's like a player card on him or something. Probably not, but it would be worth it to move over some graphics here.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have like his draft profile. Let's see his PFF grades here. Might not really be enough. Yeah. 60 overall grade. 61.4 in pass rush, 57.1 in run defense as well. 6 pressures, 229 snaps, 12 tackles. So, yeah, he's played for the BYU Cougars, Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons, Minnesota Vikings, and the Arizona Cardinals. Let me see if I can throw it back to his draft combine. I want to see some things. All right, Kairis Tonga. He was drafted out of 2021. He's 6'2", 325 pounds, now up to 328. 31-inch arm span, 9 5/8 hand size. He did not compete in the NFL Combine. He was a 7th-round pick in 2021, but his strengths was a big, burly, and wide with NFL mass. Snap hands into center, shoulders after first snap, as zero technique. Eats up space to clog the A-gaps, which would be nice. Feel for a double team, dropping his post deep to counter. Flicks blocks away with shed twitch. Reads and reacts to the flow of the run play. Active tackler for a big interior lineman. Finishes tackling with a crashing thud.
A crashing thud. Yeah, I mean, when you're
Who wrote this? Dr.
Pounds.
Seuss? My God. The detail on this is extreme. Momentum rusher who's able to continue pocket push once he's on an edge. Decent change of direction inside the pocket. His weakness is he's more quick than explosive into his first contact. He ducks his helmet into contact, which never love to hear. Loses some ground at times due to lack of knee bend. Pushed around against San Diego State. I don't know how well San Diego State's offensive line was in 2021.
The Aztecs?
Had pads turned and lost excessive ground. Has some short area bursts, but pursuit range is modest. Straight line rusher. No real go-to counters to turn the rush in his favor. Back in 2021, a national scout for an NFC team said he's all right. He can beat up on smaller centers, but he's not the same guy when he has to play against someone who is his size. Okay.
All right.
That is also pre-NFL. So he has gotten better. Obviously, he's still in the league. So he has adjusted to the NFL speed and size of professional football. But I think you're just looking for some depth here. I mean, $2 million, that's like, what, a drop in the bucket right now with the Patriots salary cap? So
Like a little here you go.
Yeah, a little here you go. Kyle Rush, another $5 super chat. The first day of free agency, he's like, whoa, our cap space took a major blow. But I have to sigh. You want to know why? Because our starting left tackle is still Verdarian Lowe. Don't remind me, Kyle Rush. Why you got to do that? Why you got to bring up bullshit? Come on, man. No, yeah, that's an extreme. That is upsetting. That is still a thing. That really sucks. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that moving forward. But this is just day one. Just day one.
Who's the available tackles that are still left? Will Fry still available? I know he's not. He's like more of a guard, but Ronnie Stanley was signed.
Ronnie Stanley was signed, yes.
Cam Robinson still has yet to be signed.
Cam Robinson still has yet to be signed. That is true.
Tyron Smith.
Tyron Smith is still available. Yeah. All right, let me make this graphic here real quick.
Will Fry's still available, but he's a guard. I don't know how well he can play tackle, but.
So we got Kyrus.
Kai Becton also still available, but also another guard.
I mean, I'm good with adding a guard too, to be honest. But I know that if you're going to pay that kind of money, you do need to bulk up your left tackle there.
Tevin Jenkins still available.
I love learning about a player with you guys.
Yeah, we're learning right here with you.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I know every single player in the NFL, and I definitely don't know who Kyrus Tonga is, but we're going to learn. We're going to figure it out.
We're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. Dude, this guy's huge. In like the most respectful way possible. He is a unit. Holy cow.
He's a big boy. I'm
I'm looking
looking at pictures of him right now.
at pictures of him too. Mother of God, he's a big dude. I'm glad he's on our team. Holy moly. Well, it's a good backup option with a guy like Christian Barmore and the injury that he has had. All right.
Do we want to update the defensive line depth chart?
Yeah, but I think we're going to have to change it. I think we're going to have to do a 4-3 front.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might need to like actually go into the graphic doc, yeah. So if you want to do that, that'd be great. All right, it's finally official. Kyrus Tonga on a 1-year, $2.7 million deal. All right, we can talk about Kyrus here in just a moment. Get some graphics here on him, learn a little bit more about him. $636 people watching here as we just signed Kyrus Tonga, a 2021 7th-round draft pick from the Chicago Bears. He's played with several different teams during his time in the NFL, but ultimately what you're getting here is just depth, and I have no problem with depth, especially not for 1 year, $2.7 million, especially when you have a guy like Christian Barmore, who is a phenomenal defensive player, but he is dealing with blood clots. That's not an injury that you can ever put a timeline on. So I think that it's a good backup option. I also think that with a guy like Tonga, you really don't know his strengths just yet in the NFL. So hopefully the Patriots and a defensive line specialist in Terrell Williams can start to really find what his skills are and kind of craft him into the defensive lineman that they would like him to be. Once again, I'm not saying this guy is going to be a starter, but I think it is definitely adding a little bit more to the depth chart, which the Patriots can always use. My goodness. So overall, I don't really have an opinion on this draft, on this signing, but if I had to, I'm just going to go with a C+. I think this is a good depth piece. I can't give it an A or a B because I have not seen him play before. He's only played like 12 snaps, or he has 12 tackles, so it's not really going to give me a lot here to base my grading scale off of. So I'm excited for him. I think that this is a good opportunity. I like to start at 0 for all of these signees that have something to prove, and I trust Mike Vrabel. So if Mike Vrabel thinks this is a good signing, then it must be a good signing.
So I'm looking at ESPN right now. They still have the Pats in a 3-4 base D.
Okay. Let's just go on ahead and build a 3-4 front. Okay. Well, actually, you can still do a 3-4. I would just put Tonga at
ESPN is listing Milton Williams as the left end.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're going to take out Christian Barmore and put Milton Williams because of his injury, and they're going to try and put
Barmore listed at right end, which is weird.
Where would Keon White go?
They put him behind Milton Williams, which I don't think that's happening.
That's not happening. Let's do Keon White.
Okay.
Let's do Tonga at the nose tackle position.
It's a starter.
As a starter.
Okay.
Because who else? Yeah. And then we'll put Milton Williams at right defensive tackle. Because if this guy is like 2 pounds less than Devon Godshaw, I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to sign a replacement for Godshaw, at least his size or some sort. Wow. Interesting move here. Don't hate it. Do not hate it at all. Just wasn't expecting it. Okay.
Okay, so we got Keon White, Tonga, Barmore, and Williams.
Yes.
Or do you want Barmore? What do you think? Is Barmore going to be on the outside and then Williams will be on the inside?
Well, right now we just don't know Barmore's health status. So I think it's safe to put Barmore on the bench right now just because you genuinely do not know if he's going to be able to play. I mean, blood clots can be a season-ending type of thing, like quickly. So I am not sure what they're going to do here.
Do you want to keep it a 3-4?
I'm going to keep it a 3-4 for now. Okay. I have explored the idea of possibly the Patriots moving to a 4-3.
That's what I would think. It would just make sense.
Yeah, but right now, I could see this being a 3-4 front and just see what they can work with Barmore. Yeah. I don't even. Dre Greenlaw would be electric. Yeah, but we still need. Man, maybe Monday's all about defense. Tuesday is like all about offense, like arm day and leg day. Maybe it's like split. I don't know. But, jeez Louise. Dang, he's 28 years old. How the hell was he a 2021 draftee? How old was he? He's born in 96? Goodness gracious.
Let's see how that looks.
After a strong junior season, he made... That's college. Okay, so he's played for Bears, Falcons, Vikings. So he was Bears 7th round overall pick. 250th overall. Atlanta Falcons practice squad, Minnesota Vikings practice squad, Arizona Cardinals he played with. The 53-man roster. Okay. All right. Learning about Tonga as we go. Learning about Tonga as we go. All right. 2021 7th NFL draft 7th round pick. 250th overall. Okay. I like it. I don't hate it. I don't mind it.
That's why.
Just kind of keep going with my
So
thoughts
you like?
here.
How does that look?
Crappy, but I guess that's what they're gonna run. Make me a four. Make me a. Keep that. Let's do a 4 front 2 and see
Okay.
if this is a possibility the Patriots can run with as well.
And then put Barmore in it.
Yes, put
Okay.
Barmore and Tonga at your defensive tackles.
Yep.
I
Okay.
want no. Excuse me. I want Barmore and Milton as my defensive tackles with Tonga on the bench. We're back.
Let me check our live stream. We are still frozen. We're back. Are we back? Are we back, chat?
Hello.
Are we back, chat?
Hello.
All right, we're back. Yeah, everybody's going nuts.
Are we back?
Yeah, apparently that's what the chat is saying. Welcome back.
Mine's still disconnected.
I'm seeing now.
All right. Sorry, everybody. We're here. We're here.
You said Harold Landry on the other end.
We're here. Yeah.
You got it.
All right. I need a freaking phone charger. I mean a laptop charger. Okay. All right. I just heard Coop say like if you can hear.
Hey, if you can hear us, like the
If
video.
you can hear us, like the video. All right. CJ Lynch saying I thought it was my phone. Nah, that's us, guys. Dude, we have almost every single channel at Chat Sports going live right now. So I am not surprised that that happened. All right, getting some final graphics ready here. Then we'll talk about Kyrus Tonga and what he could possibly bring the Patriots. But we might hold off here a little bit and maybe wait and see if there's another signing that the Patriots do. I'm not sure, just because I don't personally have enough to talk about on this one player. But I could maybe wait a little bit and maybe wait like an hour or something.
I gotcha. How does that look? I don't know who would be behind Landry.
Switch Tonga and for Barmore.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's okay. Yeah, so let's see how that looks. All right. Got another notification. All right, some remaining free agency spots for the Patriots with connections as well. Insiders are saying that these are still guys the Patriots have shown interest in. Wide receiver Darius Slayton. Wide receiver Nick Westbrook.
Nick Westbrook-Akinye.
Akinye, thank you. Nick Westbrook-Akinye. Wide receiver Mike Williams. Left tackle Cam Robinson. Left tackle Jedrick Wills, who I originally thought would be a good asset on the right side. Offensive line Mekhi Becton. Offensive line Tevin Jenkins. Center Coleman Shelton. Edge Darius Smith. And edge Azeez Ojulari. So there are still plenty of signings the Patriots can make. We just have to wait and see what is the best fit for the Patriots moving forward. All right, it is 1 year for 2.5 $7 million. Okay. All right, 1 year, $2.7 million. I can live with that if you guys can. Oh, my hero. I know. We signed Kairos Tonga. I'm gonna wait a little bit and just see if you don't even know who that is, and that's why we should probably cut him. He's like 340 pounds.
He's a unit.
They literally put on his draft profile that he makes tackles with a crashing thud. We don't need a highlight cut for this. If I film a video, which I will, it'll be at the end of our live, and I'm just gonna wait and see if the Patriots make another signing. You can unplug that fan too and plug it back there if you need to.
That looks good, Allie.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. Tonga just didn't feel right being in a starting defensive line
unit.
You
do not start a player when they're making $2.7 million.
That just didn't make sense to me. Hi, Mom. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Did you hear his little laugh? All right. Not going to do a video just yet on Tonga because we've got, we're going to figure a little bit out about him more. All right. I mean, do you have a preference on Tonga?
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I really don't mind it. I mean, I don't know much about him.
Yeah, right.
I don't know anything about him. But you're always going to find your guys that are bench players in free agency.
Absolutely.
You get
and
depth.
not nickel and dime them too, yeah.
Exactly. If they paid Tonga $10 million, I'd be like, what are we doing? But 2.7,
right?
With the type of cap space the Patriots have, and I still am waiting for an updated cap space. No one knows.
No one knows how this works.
So I don't mind it whatsoever. You still have the amount of money you can go out if you want to go sign a wide receiver, if you want to get another offensive lineman. You have plenty of money to do that. This is kind of just, hey, we're going to get this guy. We like him. We can bring him in. $2.7 million. You can sign him now. And, I mean, I've been looking at his resume, and for 2 years he was on practice squads.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play well, he's going to be a preseason player.
Oh, absolutely. If he doesn't play well, no harm, no foul. Yeah. If anything, practice squad players with the injuries that we had last year probably wouldn't be a bad idea to bulk up some of your depth chart right now and just sign a guy for. Look, guys, $2.7 million for 1 year is genuinely nothing.
Yeah.
It's not nothing to us. I mean, obviously, I might quit my job tomorrow if I got $2.7 million in 1 year. But
yeah, you wouldn't see me tomorrow.
I'm gonna take a sick day. So no, this is not one of those readings. It's not one of those signings that you should read that heavily into. I just think this is a security blanket for the Patriots. But I am going to tweet out this latest signing. Hold on. Patriots have signed Kairos Tonga to a 1 year, $2.7 million deal.
JB25 Cam Robinson is still available from my knowledge.
All right. Let me just tweet this out here. You guys can feel free to follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't already. Also, I am going to, while we're here, make some photo links for you. That way we can get our all of our signing graphics up there. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Ooh, okay.
Catching my drift?
Yes. do have these graphics to go over them. Harold Landry, the
Yes.
third for 3 years, $43.5 million. That came in yesterday? It didn't come in today, I can tell you that much.
Came in yesterday.
Austin Hooper, also around the same time, re-signs for 1 year, $5 million. It's good pair. Needed tight end with Hunter Henry. Robert Spillane, a little surprise for me. 3 years, $37 million. I love it. You said it, Allie, kind of the second player on the Raiders next to Max Crosby that was actually worth something.
Right.
Everybody else was kind of trash. Carlton Davis, you pair him with Gonzo on the other side. It is a perfect signing for me. 3 years, $60 million, $34 million guaranteed. And I love it. I think now you don't really have to rely on drafting Travis Hunter.
No, and even if you do, I think that now you're giving him a little bit more, that the pressure is not going to be on his shoulders as much as it could have been with a guy, with a Heisman winner in Travis Hunter, that maybe he's going to have some help around him. Moses, okay.
And then the old man, Morgan Moses, which I don't mind, but I mean, it's just a lot of money for $8 million a year. You bring a veteran presence in the locker room. That's just about it. I mean, he's a solid player, but you sign him to a 3-year deal where he's going to be 37 years old, which is kind of okay. But I mean, if he is productive for 2 of the 3 years, it's a win-win.
I would have loved to have seen like what the market was like for a right tackle, because think about it. This is not the strongest free agency class I've ever seen, and especially with a right tackle position, which is a need for a lot of teams out there. I wouldn't be surprised if Morgan Moses was the most sought after right tackle, so that maybe they had to give him that deal, or else he was going to sign with a team like the Buccaneers or something like that. So that's the unfortunate part here of a guy like Morgan Moses, is that right tackles are a dime a dozen, because when you get a good right tackle, you don't let him go. All right, we did Landry. Then we did Godshaw. 688 people watching here. Everybody's spamming wide receiver. They want it to happen. Somebody call Eliot Wolf and tell him to hop on the receiver train. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be today. If it's not today, it doesn't mean the Patriots are not going to get a wide receiver this year. This is the first day of legal tampering, so they do still have plenty of time to find their right wide receiver. Another notification, it's nothing. All right, I'm moving over some of these graphics.
I talked about this with you, Allie, but I saw this stat, and it's with Milton Williams, who signed the 4-year, $104 million deal. And he was the second highest pressure rate among defensive tackles last season. 12.5. He was disruptive in the Eagles' Super Bowl run, recording 3 or more pressures in every single postseason game, including 2 sacks in the Super Bowl. The only guy ahead of him was John Franklin Myers with the Broncos. Chris Jones. We regard Chris Jones as one of the best pass rushers in the league. Yeah, well, he's below Milton Williams at 12%. Milton Williams, 12.5 pressure rate percentage.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Milton Williams. I think that deal is worth it. Obviously, it's overpaid, but I think you had to get a guy like Milton and make sure he did not go back to the Eagles. So overall, I think this was a really good signing, and that is probably going to be one of the highlights of the Patriots offseason. And you're going to be talking about Milton in preseason, at training camp, and I cannot wait to see what he actually does paired up with Keon White. I think that is going to be electric.
I think it's going to be great. This defense is going to be much improved from a year ago.
Oh, they're rocking and rolling, dude. Vrabel is not messing around. Thank God we have somebody in there that's like, hey, I want this player. I'm going to do everything I can to go get him. I am not going to let us have a losing season again.
It's taking initiative. That's the one thing about Mike Vrabel.
Yep.
We saw what he did with the Titans when he was hired with them. He turned that team into a number 1 seed, the Tennessee Titans. And now I think he could do the same thing with the Patriots.
Oh yeah.
If you can take Ryan Tannehill to the AFC Championship game.
Where is he now?
I don't think he's in the league.
I don't think he is either.
I don't think he's in the league.
I wasn't sure if he's like a backup somewhere, if he got signed or like a 1-year deal or something.
If he can do that to Ryan Tannehill, what can he do with Drake May? I am a little nervous with the Josh McDaniels return, but it's better than Alex Van Pelt.
Oh yeah, Alex Van Pelt's actually a senior offensive assistant with the Rams now. All right,
Good luck.
I just moved over those photos if you want to see how those look. I put them all in square, so they might need to be moved around, but I think square should be fine. All right. KD, TD, Patman, Little Shorty, Anthony, Hayden, all in the chat here with us.
They do look good.
Oh, that does look really, really good. That does look really good. Yeah, I messed that one up. That's fine. I'm going to take a screenshot of that, too. Ian Rappaport just reposted something. I want to see what it is. Oh. Milton Williams tweeted out Patriots GIF. It's kind of cool.
Of the flag. And the Patriots tweeted out, entering Milton.
I know. I really like that. I like it. I like it. It's the first day, and we're making moves, baby. We're making moves. Give me 1 second, then we can go through those. I just want to screen record these real quick.
All right.
Why is everybody spamming? Oh. All right, here are our signings from the last 24 hours. Harold Landry gets signed to a 3-year, $43.5 million contract. You're getting an all-pro player from 2021, 50.5 career sacks, and he's only 28 years old. I think this is going to be a huge improvement for the Patriots moving forward. But Davon Godchaux ended up getting traded away to the New Orleans Saints earlier this morning in exchange for a 2026 7th-round draft pick. I mean, you win some, you lose some. I feel like at that point they weren't even trying to negotiate. They were just trying to, scoot him out. They're like, look, you caused us drama last year. You tried to get some kind of contract extension. You came out, and we didn't like your leadership, so go. And this is good for Davon because he's from New Orleans. He's from Louisiana. He went to LSU. He wants to be that hometown kid, so I'm happy for him. If that's where he wants to be where you want to be. Robert Spillane, a signing I did not see coming, but I am very glad that he is now a New England Patriot. I think this is going to end up being a good move by New England. And it makes me wonder if the Patriots are maybe trying to transition to a 4-3 front. I don't know if that's the case, but you got rid of Davon Godchaux. You signed a hellacious middle linebacker. And you now have 2 edge rushers in Landry and Keon White. So I'm very intrigued to see what kind of role Robert Spillane will play in a 3-4 front or a 4-3. Carlton Davis, one of my favorite signings of the day. I think he is going to be electric in the secondary with Christian Gonzalez. Jonathan Jones, I think, has just reached that age limit. I don't think that he can really keep up with a stud like Gonzo. So I do think that you need somebody that can complement his skill set, and that's exactly what the Detroit Lions cornerback does. He did suffer a fractured jaw in the 2024 season, took 6 weeks to recover, but other than that, he's been healthy, and you're getting 84 career pass breakups, 11 last year. This is about to be lockdown island. Morgan Moses, probably the most highly sought after right tackle because I think he is the only right tackle pretty much in free agency. But we got him for 3 years, $24 million. This man is capital O-L-D, 34 years old. And somehow the Patriots think that he is going to be the same player that he was when he's 37. I don't know what this deal is, but nonetheless, we have a right tackle. Milton Williams, the signing of the day. This has actually ended up being 4 years for $104 million, not 3 years for $51 million like it originally was. He is now the highest paid player in Patriots franchise history. And in the latest signing that the Patriots did do is Khyiris Tonga. He was a 2021 NFL Draft 7th round pick, 250th overall to the Chicago Bears. They signed him to a very, very minor 1-year, $2.7 million. So Tonga is going to add a little bit of depth here for the Patriots. This is probably not going to be a starter. Hell, this might even be a cut after training camp. So I wouldn't look too much into this signing, but it is showing us that they are really, really trying to beef up that defense, and they're doing it from the depth chart to the starters. So overall, I think this has been a hellacious first day for the Patriots. I think that I'm very excited for tomorrow. I might not sleep tonight. I am very excited for tomorrow. If you guys are concerned at all about the wide receivers or maybe the offensive line, there is still plenty of time to go in NFL free agency. I mean, hell, it hasn't even started yet. So there is plenty of time for the Patriots to still add on to their roster, and I do think they will continue to do so as free agency does go on. Keep in mind, this is just legal tampering. Today and tomorrow is just legal tampering. Wednesday is when free agency actually starts, and so we have a long off season to go. That's why you guys hit that sub button. How many subscribers are we at now, Brett Alper? Give me that live sub counter up there and see what we are doing. I want to see who else is live right now. I mean, yeah, we can get them, Ari. I don't know if we will, but we can reach 23,400 today. We can absolutely
100%
reach 23,400. We are less than 30 subscribers away with 740 people watching. Be sure to hit that sub button for me if you guys have not already on this channel. This is the week to be subscribed, guys. Like I told you, if you hit that sub button and you realize this is just not really where you want to be, this is not for you, then feel free, unsubscribe. No hard feelings. I'm intrigued to see if the Patriots will make another move or if they think this is just going to be like a wait and see moving forward type of thing. I am not sure how this will go here for the Patriots. Khyiris Tonga was the last one they signed. Still obviously need some offensive linemen, that's for sure. The Browns are acquiring Kenny Pickett. The Browns are acquiring Kenny Pickett from the Eagles in a trade in exchange for Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 2025 fifth-round pick. The backup in Philadelphia is headed to the Browns, where they have like 9 quarterbacks right now. What do they have? Deshaun Watson. They've got Jameis Winston. Kenny Pickett. It's the land of quarterbacks in Cleveland. The land of backup quarterbacks. Although Jameis Winston is a free agent, I doubt he'll get re-signed. So Kenny Pickett's probably going to be their starting quarterback, but that's crazy. Pickett, wow, he's been around the NFL. Jeez Louise. Dude, this tweet is crazy. The Cowboys have not signed a free agent over $6 million per year in free agency since Greg Hardy in 2015, 11 years ago. The salary cap has increased by $135 million since then. And Jerry Jones still can't sign anybody worth a damn? That's really funny, actually. Oh, just in from Josina Anderson. Steelers running back Najee Harris began some goodbyes to his teammates yesterday. Is Najee headed somewhere else? I know, right? I don't get it, but
I don't get it either.
poor Kenny Pickett, he probably doesn't get it either.
I mean, he got a Super Bowl. He's fine. He's fine. He probably gets to have a little playing time with the Cleveland Browns. I mean, you got to assume that Deshaun Watson is not playing. Coming off a Achilles injury? No.
He's a free agent. Oh, excuse me. James Winston's a free agent anyways, so they probably need to bulk up their quarterback room. They're probably not going to re-sign James Winston. I personally think he should just retire. I think he's going to make 10 times more money being an analyst. I mean, that Super Bowl content was incredible.
Oh, it was awesome.
I loved it. So I think I don't know what that's going to look like for the Browns moving forward, but I mean, hey man, a move is a move, I guess.
A move is a move. Jameis come to NY. I'm good on that. I do not want Najee on the Patriots. He was on my fantasy team, and he's basically Ramondre Stevenson without a fumbling problem.
Yeah, Stevenson's got to figure something out, man.
Because you signed him to a 3-year deal, what, a year ago?
Last offseason, yeah. Last offseason.
So he's not going anywhere.
Nope.
You got to figure it out. Because coming into this year, Ramondre was the clear-cut number one running back for the Patriots. You got Gibson to be that passing back. And it turned out that Ramondre just didn't know how to hold on to that. But if he can hang on to the ball, it's easily a 1,000-yard running back.
You think Kyrus Tonga deserves a video? I don't know either.
He might not even play.
I mean, the only thing is Milton Williams still has to go out today, and I'm going to push that after this is done. Exactly. So I wouldn't put out Tonga until like 7 p.m., and I just don't think that has any juice whatsoever.
No. I don't think
I mean, that'll be my 5th VOD today. I think I'm going to take I'll do a short on Tonga.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do a full, because I genuinely don't have enough to even make a 8-minute video
when
on
that happened,
him.
I was like,
I just learned how to pronounce his name, like, let alone
Kyrus Tonga. Yeah. No, I think a short would be really good. It would probably do just, hey, the Patriots signed this minute long. He's played for 4 teams. He got drafted. He is an absolute unit.
Dude.
And he might be a good depth piece right behind the Patriots who just signed Milton Williams.
Like, I would talk more about Christian Barmore's health than I would.
I think short would be perfect.
Okay. Nonsense Nick thinks that Cooper Kupp gets signed today. We do still have a super chat menu here as well, if you guys want to take a look at that.
Cooper Kupp, I don't think he still has been cut.
No, I think we're gonna wait until Cooper Kupp gets cut. I think that's just that makes the most sense to me.
Well, is there? I don't know his exact cap hit, but if you cut him pre-6-1 and post-6-1, what's the difference? Like, is there a big difference if you cut him pre-6-1?
It's just Rams saving money, dead cap space and stuff.
Yeah, but is there like a big gap? Because that's why I think the Titans cut Harold Landry, because it wasn't a lot. It was only like $5 million difference if they waited until the post-June 1st cut. Let's see. Go to a little over the cap. So if you cut Cooper Kupp pre-June 1, it frees up $7.5 million in cap space. If you cut him post-June 1, it saves up $15 million for the Rams in cap space. So they could be waiting for that. Or they could just be trying to get anything in a trade. But if you're any team, if you know at some point the Rams are going to cut Cooper Kupp, why would you trade for him?
We just signed Josh Dobbs. Are they trading Milton?
I mean, that makes sense.
We just signed Josh Dobbs.
According to
That Milton's gone. They got to trade. Yeah, they got to trade Milton.
Reason.
We just signed Josh Dobbs.
According to Tom Pelissero.
Ian Rappaport just tweeted it out. Josh Dobbs to a 2-year contract. Josh Dobbs to the Patriots. Dude, can we just get a wide receiver? Oh my God! We are signing everybody under the moon except a wide receiver. What's the point of having a quarterback with no receiver to throw to? Oh my God!
Astronaut.
Oh my gosh! All right, that means a Milton trade. That means a Milton trade through and through. You cannot tell me Joe Milton is staying on the Patriots if you just signed Josh Dobbs. That makes no sense. All right, we'll do a cut for Josh Dobbs and then Tonga. Will you make a quarterback depth chart, take out Jacoby Brissett, and put Josh Dobbs in? What the F? All right. It's like weird flex, but okay. It's like, okay.
I mean,
Josh Dobbs.
While I'm doing that, I'll just do this.
Can we just sign a wide receiver? Can we just sign a wide receiver? Oh my God. Another one. Another one. Dude. Holy cow. This has to be like the most signings in one day. I mean, I obviously don't know that through and through, but my goodness. Dobbs to New England is in, by the way. All right. Josh Dobbs it is. You think it's Milton for Kupp? Milton for Kupp? Do we think that's do we think that's where it's going?
I mean,
could it be Milton for Ayuk if they're not going to pay Purdy? That seems like such a 49ers move to make.
Yeah. Getting their backup quarterbacks.
Who do we think Joe Milton's getting traded to? Do we think Joe Milton's getting traded?
Charvarius Ward to the Colts.
Oh, Charvarius Ward to the Colts. We don't need him anymore, but it's fine.
All right, so I'm putting Josh Dobbs at QB number 2. And Joe Milton will stay there at 3.
You think Josh Dobbs would be quarterback number 2 over Milton?
Why else would you sign him? Like, Milton is clearly the better player than Josh Dobbs. But Josh Dobbs also has a lot more experience.
Yeah? Where did he go in the 4th round? Okay.
4th round out of Tennessee.
2017 draft, yeah. Wow. I have no idea where this is going. It's got to be leading up to a trade. Because now that they have secured their, where was he last? The Browns?
I thought it was the Vikings.
Was it the Vikings?
No,
well, they had
it wasn't
Darnold.
The Vikings. Where was it? The Niners? Where has he been?
The Niners. He was just with the Niners.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He was just with the Jeez Louise. He has played Steelers, Jaguars, Steelers, Browns, Lions, Titans, Browns, Cardinals, Vikings, Niners, Patriots. This is his 11th team. Holy cow.
Yep.
I don't even, did he even like see any action in San Francisco?
I'm going to put his career stats for us.
Okay. I don't know if Josh Dobbs saw any action in San Francisco. Did he? I can't remember. Well, yeah, he had to. Purdy got hurt, didn't he? No.
Purdy, I think.
Purdy got
I
hurt?
think he played at some point.
You guys might be better at timelines than I am here. Where do we think Joe Milton is going? He has to go somewhere. I just don't see the point.
And it's a 2-year deal.
It's a 2-year deal. Yeah, this is like a future thing. This is yeah, this is like we want him. Wow, talk about random frickin' signing. That'll be Josh Dobbs for 200? Jeez Louise. Right? Doesn't this feel like a weird Jeopardy question?
Yeah.
All right, we'll grade the signing A, B, C, D, or F. Chris Dare is going to give me a C. I don't blame you. Trade down plus Milton, get a big-time wide receiver. This has to be for a wide receiver move because even Mike Vrabel himself has said, like, look, I just don't think you can get a good receiver in free agency because you saw what happens with T. Higgins. You see that everybody is just re-signing or franchise tagging. So I genuinely think that they are going to have to try and make a trade to get their wide receiver one, which I don't blame them. I think that's what you should do, but this is probably the start of it because think of any trade assets the Patriots have right now. It's got to be Joe Milton, especially for what he did in Week 18. This makes the most sense, and you also, you don't really lose anything with a guy like Joe Milton. Like, yeah, you lose backup quarterback, but you just fix that with Josh Dobbs. So I'm not 100% sure what the move is moving forward.
2024, he had 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Excuse me, one more time?
361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Damn.
Yep.
That's kind of crappy. I mean, I like Joe Milton. That's why I really don't want to trade him away. But if we can get a top wide receiver for it, then I'm definitely willing to take that sacrifice. I don't see the point in keeping Milton around if you guys can go out and get a win now wide receiver. Yeah, it's just not. That doesn't seem very smart to me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Edward's saying it's nothing but just wide receiver 3s and 4s in free agency. Yeah, you can probably try and go get Stephon Diggs, but I'd rather pay that bag to a good player with no injuries in a trade and pay his salary rather than just sign a guy in free agency just because he's the best available. What does this mean now for the Patriots? Something's brewing. Eliot Wolf didn't get much sleep last night. I'll probably tell you that. Wow.
He was sitting there plotting at every single move he could make.
I would love to see his yellow legal pad. My goodness. This is the offseason we were waiting for, man. This is the offseason we deserve, first of all. What is it again? 2-year. Okay, deals have not been disclosed just yet for Josh Dobbs. Damn, 3-year deal, $60 million for Charvarius Ward.
The Colts. That really doesn't help them in any way, shape, or form. Overwhelming.
All right.
Josh Dobbs' stats are in.
Okay.
I got it. But what about Tonga's stats?
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have to talk about him a lot. I could talk about him in the back half of the show probably. We don't have to go in order.
We also have the depth chart, the 2 depth charts, if you want.
Okay, yeah, I probably wouldn't go in order with Tonga. All right.
Tonga on the back half.
Yeah, let's do Tonga on the back half. All right. Patriots are making another move. What is this? Move number 8? many
we
moves
get
is
to
this? My
everything.
goodness. I mean, we are chugging along today. Holy cow.
So if we go into everything.
865 people watching. Alper, rip through those for me.
So we'll go over every Patriots signing, and I mean the Patriots, the number one team making moves today. Like, holy hell. Harold Landry, 3 years, $43 million. That was not today, but we're still making moves. Austin Hooper, 1 year, $5 million. Today's moves, Robert Spillane, 3 years, $37 million. Carlton Davis, 3 years, $60 million. 34.5 guaranteed. Morgan Moses, 3 years, $24 million for your right tackle position. And the big one of the day, 4 years, $104 million for Milton Williams with 63 guarantee. That makes him the highest paid Patriot ever. Yeah, more than Tom Brady.
Ain't that something?
Kyrus Tonga, 1 year, $2.7 million. And now the latest that we're getting, Joshua Dobbs, 2 years, and the details still haven't been fully announced just yet.
Details have not been fully announced yet. Actually, Ian Rappaport just retweeted a tweet, or like quoted it, and was like, Josh Dobbs said it there, so I don't even know like how this came to fruition and how this happened, but
Excuse me.
she is real, folks. She is very real. Wow, Josh Dobbs. I mean, I just don't know how much more I can beg for a freaking wide receiver, man. I just don't know. For the love of God, somebody get me a wide receiver. All right. We're going to talk about Tonga and Josh Dobbs here in just a minute. I just want to go on ahead and make sure that we get the full scoop on everything we need to know here about Josh Dobbs, first and foremost. You can't tell me that, you cannot tell me Joe Milton's not getting traded. It just makes no sense. Joe Milton has been inquired by several different teams, and now that they're making a couple of quarterback trades, Kenny Pickett's getting moved around, Sam Darnold, Justin Fields, maybe the Patriots are really trying to get a hold of all the commotion that's going on in quarterback room right now. Milton showcased an undeniable talent in Week 18, and while I selfishly want to keep him as quarterback too, because I do think that when you have a starting quarterback and a backup that have very similar skill sets, it just is beneficial for the offense. But if you can go out right now and get a top wide receiver, you absolutely should. Mike Vrabel talked about this at the NFL Combine. He's like, look, we plan to be extremely aggressive to get a wide receiver and to get Drake May as many resources as we possibly can. But we also do know that, look, when it comes to free agents and wide receivers, it's not that easy to get them in free agency because not a lot of them are great. So I think that Mike Vrabel and Elliot Wolf, they understand that they are going to have to trade to get Drake May, wide receiver 1. We do not have a wide receiver 1 right now. I do not care what you call DeMario Douglas. He is not going to be the wide receiver that is going to get you back to the playoffs. And you cannot rely on Hunter Henry forever because, for God's sake, he's a tight end. This has to be a trade. Has to. All right. We're going to talk about Mr. Dobby and Kyrus Tonga here in just a moment while we get some of the graphics finalized. But first, I want to make sure that I just want to see real quick if any more details come out about this trade. As we know, there are no details right now about what the Patriots paid for or what they're paying them, anything like that. So I want to see where this ends up. All right, Josh frickin' Dobbs to a to be determined contract. Okay. Go ahead and lock you in there. All right. All right. Well, pop off, I guess. All right. What's Josh Dobbs' career stats looking like here? Josh Dobbs. He's been a backup pretty much his entire career, right? Compensation update. Oh, nice. Compensation update. The Patriots are signing Josh Dobbs to a 2-year, $8 million deal with $3.8 million fully guaranteed. So we added an unnecessary backup quarterback, or else we think it's an unnecessary backup quarterback. We don't know. Because is a trade a-brewing. Is a trade a-brewing. All right. He has a... Is it a career 62.7 completion percentage, or is it a 62.7 completion? How do I... Yeah. Okay. What else do I need to know about him? All right. And then, no, he is, 3,281 career passing yards. And he is how old? He is 30? Dude is old. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I actually did have some reservations about not re-signing Jacoby Brissett because, Drake May, I know he really, really enjoyed having that veteran presence of Jacoby Brissett in the quarterback room, and I think that did really help Drake May. So could this possibly be I don't know if I want Josh Dobbs giving the career. Jacoby Brissett wasn't that great either, but at least we knew he was a really good locker room guy. I am very intrigued to see how this is going to play out for the Patriots. I genuinely have no idea where this can go. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited. I am excited because the Patriots are just ripping deals left and right. Holy cow. I haven't been able to take a freaking lunch break because the Patriots are doing so much. All right, it is a 2-year, $8 million deal. That is where the Patriots do land. All right. How many people are watching in here? Almost 1,000 people watching in here. This is why you guys subscribe. We've been live for what? Almost 3 hours talking about Josh Dobbs. What can he bring the New England Patriots as a backup quarterback? And we're going to talk about that here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. All right. We're going to hop into this live cut here real quick. Feel free to go on ahead, keep subscribing, keep commenting, keep liking. As we do talk about Josh Dobbs, the latest signing, we're also going to get you guys up to date on who is Khyiris Tonga and what you guys should know about him moving forward. Let's see if there's anything else. Nope. All right. Nothing so far. I need you to, if you will, look at your phone. Just if anything else happens, just let me know in the middle of the live cut. Just because that is a really big possibility here. Okay. We're going to do a highlight cut, so we can put the intro in anyways. So it's up to you. All right. Let's talk about Josh Dobbs. Tell you what, man, when I woke up this morning, I did not think I was going to be talking about Mr. Dobbs. But here we go. The Patriots add another one. No, I cannot do the Khaled voice. I think that's how you say his name. Joshua Dobbs is a New England Patriot. Why? Where is this coming from? The Patriots do sign a backup quarterback to the 2-year, $8 million deal with $3.8 million guaranteed. And this is only leading me to believe that a Joe Milton trade must be on the horizon, right? unless the Patriots just really want to beef up their emergency quarterback and provide Josh Dobbs or Joe Milton with that opportunity. But ultimately, the Patriots have made a lot of defensive signings on day one of legal tampering. They've only made one re-signing, a signing of an offensive tackle, and now as a backup quarterback, what can Eliot Wolf and Mike Vrabel be up to? We're going to break that down here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, talk a little bit more about what Josh Dobbs can bring the Patriots as a backup quarterback, a 30-year-old backup quarterback, keep in mind. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that sub button for me. I believe this is the 5th video we've made today. Signings are happening, and this is the first day. I want you guys to be fully in the know of what is going on with the Patriots, so that way when you guys are talking to your friends later and they're like, hey, what do you guys think about Josh Dobbs? You're not the guy that has no idea what they're talking about. You need to know this stuff, so go on ahead, hit that sub button for me. A backup quarterback for pretty much his entire career. He last played with the San Francisco 49ers, but I just did the math. This will be his 11th team in the NFL since 2017. He has played for multiple organizations: Steelers, Jaguars, Vikings, Cardinals, Browns, and the San Francisco 49ers. And now he's trying to find a role with the Patriots. And when you're getting a backup like Josh Dobbs, I want to say you're getting a reliable backup. He has definitely proven that he is very good at passing. He's been mobile in the years that he has played, but I personally don't see this as a better fit than Joe Milton, who actually has a really similar skill set to Drake May. And with Josh Dobbs, I mean, he's got 68.1% completion percentage in his last year playing for the 49ers in just 2 games. But you can see these stats. I mean, they're showing backup like none other. His career stats at about 63% completion percentage, roughly 3,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, but boy, oh boy, 15 interceptions. I mean, you never really want the quarterback that nearly has as many picks as he does scores. But hopefully, if Drake May can stay healthy, we won't have to see a ton of Drake May highlights. So here's the reason why I am now starting to get a little bit skeptical that Eliot Wolf and Mike Vrabel know something that we don't. Is because tell me why this quarterback depth chart makes sense. It doesn't. I think that Joe Milton is a really good backup. And I do know that from sources, there have been teams that are interested in Joe Milton via a trade. And we've already heard from Mike Vrabel, who said during the NFL Combine that he is fully aware they have to get Drake May a weapon, a number 1 wide receiver. And he said that it's extremely hard to do so in NFL free agency. Why? Because most teams, like the Bengals, end up franchise tagging their players or they re-sign them. So I'm very intrigued to see what this means for the Patriots moving forward. I do want to talk a little bit more here about Josh Dobbs and Joe Milton in just a second, but I just want to get you guys to get your comments out there now. Grade this signing of Josh Dobbs. I wish I could put like a question mark as a grade. Have you ever gotten one of your papers where they just circle the answer and they put the question mark? I've had one of those. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know your grade for Dobbs in the comment section down below. I'll tell you guys my grade in just a second. So like I said, Mike Vrabel understands that getting a top wide receiver in free agency is pretty rare. You have to offer them the most money. You have to make sure that they want to leave their organization and that this organization is a place where they can thrive in their career. For example, Chris Godwin. He just turned down more money to New England to stay with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Vrabel and Wolf know that if there is any chance of getting Drake May a top wide receiver, it has to be with a trade. And thankfully, they've got a gold mine in their back pocket with Joe Milton, who showcased all of his capabilities in one game in Week 18. There's a reason why they call him Bazooka Joe. And to trade away a backup quarterback to a quarterback-needy team in exchange for a good wide receiver sounds like a pretty good plan to me. But obviously, this is just speculation. We don't know if this is the reason why Josh Dobbs has been signed to the Patriots, but I'm trying to rack my brain on if we need several offensive linemen, we need several wide receivers, possibly a running back, why make the offensive move of a backup quarterback to a 2-year deal? Not 1, 2. They obviously have an interest in a future with Joshua Dobbs. I'm excited to find out what this leads to and how this can kind of shape out. Talking about shape, let me tell you guys about this great t-shirt right now on sale using this link, chatsports.com/New England T. If you guys want to get this fresh gear, it is on sale almost nearly more than 50% off at $17.99. It was originally $40. White, blue, and red. Be sure to get your shirt while sizes do last. I'm going ahead and put this link in the comment section down below under this video at chatsports.com/New England T. Hit that link button. It's going to take you directly to the site. That way you guys can get all the freshest gear for your team heading into Gillette Stadium because, look, I'm extremely excited about this upcoming season, and I want to make sure I'm rocking the freshest gear. I'm not going to offer you guys this without giving you a great deal. 50% off, chatsports.com/New England T. All right, so it does look like they did make another move ahead of the Joshua Dobbs signing, but this one was a little bit more intriguing. Oh, my God, I just dropped my flamingo. If you know, you know. Khyiris Tonga is going to be the recent signing for the Patriots, another defensive tackle. He did sign with New England for 1 year at a $2.7 million deal. The number one thing you need to take away from this deal is not read too much into it. It sounds like the Patriots are just adding some depth to their defensive line, which is not a bad thing at all. Why? Because you do have a defensive tackle that is suffering from blood clots right now, and we had to sit through that last season. You want to make sure that he's completely healthy. You do not want to rush back Christian Barmore at any facet. And then in the second hand, you did trade away Davon Godchaux earlier today. So you want to try and beef up your offensive line. And when I tell you, defensive line, beef up is the right word for this defensive tackle. 338 pounds. We're talking about a wall at your defensive tackle position. But I've been starting to rack my mind up here a little bit about why they got rid of Godchaux and why they signed Milton Williams when you've got Christian Barmore. So now that they've made another defensive tackle signing with Tonga, I don't personally think Tonga is going to be a starter for the Patriots. I personally think if he doesn't even have a good training camp, he may get cut. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe the Patriots are trying to switch to a defensive scheme of a 4-3 front rather than a 3-4 front. Why? Because you did just sign Harold Landry, put him at the edge alongside with Keon White, and if Christian Barmore proves to be healthy, then you have two phenomenal defensive tackles in your interior defensive line of Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. Now, if Barmore's not healthy, then yes, you can maybe try the Daniel Ekuale route again, or possibly the Tonga route if he does end up staying with the Patriots and fulfills that contract. So there are several ways you can try and incorporate Milton, Landry, and Tonga together, but ultimately it's going to matter on the health of the defensive line that you have moving forward. So, like I said, this isn't a signing I would really pay a lot of attention to. He unfortunately hasn't given me enough highlights to know really anything more about him other than he was a 250th overall draft pick in 2021, the 7th round, went to the Chicago Bears, and then he flopped around to a couple of practice squads. So he's going to essentially just be trying to make a name for himself with the Patriots, but nonetheless, if it's showing me anything, it's showing me that Mike Vrabel and Eliot Wolf are all in, locked in, ready to make this defense a top defense once more in the NFL. Like the Patriots signing of Khyiris Tonga, go on ahead and type Y for yes, type N for no. Overall, just a nice little summary of day one. Obviously, some moves may not be over just yet, but Landry, Hooper, Robert Spillane, Carlton Davis III, Morgan Moses, Milton Williams, Khyiris Tonga, and last but not least, Joshua Dobbs. The Patriots have made 8 signings today, along with a trade for a 2026 7th round pick and Davon Godchaux. I mean, it's day one. You think Eliot Wolf slept last night? I know I didn't. The Patriots are hopefully going to make a couple of other moves here at wide receiver or offensive line, but overall, I have really enjoyed day one of legal tampering, and I'm very excited for this offseason moving forward. If you guys haven't already, go on ahead, hit that sub button for me. If anything happens with the New England Patriots, we talk about it right here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I don't think anything happened. What? All right.
I will pull up the Super Chat menu.
Let's do the super chat menu here one more time. Why don't we go on ahead and give a 2-minute countdown clock as well before we do hop out of here. I got to get that Milton Williams video out, and I also got to now schedule this Joshua Dobbs video as well. What's up, Sammy? Charger number 2.
Thank you, sir.
Is anybody still live? All right. We're doing a 2-minute shot clock. Shot clock? What is it? Super chat countdown clock thing? Dude, my brain's fried.
Yeah,
Brain is fried.
Appreciate you, Sam.
It's been one of those days, Sammy. All right. Wow, what a first day. I feel like we've got to go live at some point tomorrow, too. I mean, this was just too good to not go live tomorrow. What do you guys say? You want us to go live tomorrow?
I'd like to go live tomorrow.
I would love to go live tomorrow.
All right. Countdown is starting.
Countdown is started.
Why weren't we on the Lermy deal? Probably just didn't want to give up all those draft picks.
Yeah.
I mean, Lermy Tunsil's a great player, but what are
The deal?
Yeah, what is the deal? I thought Twitter Spaces
I'm not sure
was
what
no
the deal
longer
is
a
for
thing.
Tunsil. I've looked at so many numbers today, I'm not even exactly sure what the Patriots deals are. All right. You guys know the rules. You super chat, we stay on.
Yes.
If not, we're going to go on ahead and head out of here. I got a couple of things to still push out.
This is what the Commanders gave away to get Lermy Tunsil. 2025 third-round pick.
Oof.
2025 seventh-round pick. 2026 second-round pick. 2026 fourth-round pick.
I mean, God, that was a lot of draft picks. We did have we could have given away a 3rd and a 7th for him, but the list just kept going. I took myself out of it before I was even done. I was like, my God, never mind. I'm out. Wow, what a first day. I just want to thank everybody in here
Shout
that
out to
has been, I mean, we did 15,000 viewers on day 1. I mean, this is incredible. Incredible. And I'm very excited for what is going to happen moving forward.
I have breaking baseball news.
I know, I just saw it.
For you, the Red Sox fans, they might smile at this. Yankees ace Garrett Cole will miss the 2025 season and will undergo Tommy John surgery. Yikes.
Yeah, it's tough. And like Stan's got to get like a double elbow surgery, or he may be getting a double.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible.
Okay, this makes sense. Joshua Dobbs played with Mike Vrabel and Todd Downing in Tennessee.
I mean, yeah, but
So they like him already. But I like Milton.
Nah,
He's
man.
younger.
I like Milton. I'm not exactly sure.
You got to look to trade him now. There's no reason. There's no reason to keep him.
Now, at least now you can shop some trades if you haven't already. I feel like you would have already shopped some, but now you can definitely at least like shop more trades with some confidence now.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go on ahead and hop on out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here for the last 3 hours and 10 minutes with us. I really do appreciate you guys. 636 people have liked the video. 200 people, $200 in super chats, and a plethora of subscribers. If you guys haven't already, go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit that sub button.